Who cares what episode it is, dude? We're fucking live, baby. Live in the chamber. I'm not even going to worry about numbers right now.
I am an excitable boy.
You know, people used to worship numbers. When numbers first came out, there was like a cult around.
Right in.
Dude.
Woo!
How about
Don't do that right into the mic.
All right, sorry.
do that in the mic, dude? Spud Dog to amp.
One Miller Lite, dude.
Yeah, me and
Spike
Spud
the
Dog.
mic,
Me and
Spud
Spud
Dog,
Dog sipping on
It's my
some Millie
gummy juice.
Ladies.
Spud Dog spiked the mic, baby. Dude, yeah, they used to worship numbers.
Who
Like
did?
when numbers, the Pythagorean,
The Asians?
like no, the
No.
that's a good- that's a good guess.
We don't call them
We don't do that
Pythagoreans
stuff.
anymore.
This is the New Testament.
that's a good guess.
yeah.
It's a very educated guess. No, it was a
you.
Pythagorean like cult. So Pythagoras was just like he put like two things. He's like, "Do you know what this is?" And they're like rocks. And he was like, "No, it's two rocks." And they're like, "What?
What'd you just say to me?
Two?" He's like, "Yeah, dude." And how there's just one? They're like, "What?" And they were just like, "We got to worship
Yeah.
this."
Do you ever see the movie Pi?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
love
kinda-
that movie.
It's kind of in that vein, right?
I got real into math class after
That
watching
thick
Pi.
fucking vein.
Life
Oh
of
yeah,
Pi.
dude.
Not the Life of Pi.
Life of
Shout
Pi
out
is lit,
Indians.
dude.
Shout out idiots. All right, Billy. No.
Yeah, we love minorities.
No,
Yes.
we do. All right, that's good.
We do.
Good
That's
vibes,
actually a pretty liberal
positive
thing to
vibes
say.
only.
Yeah,
Positive
It's a
vibes
very
only
liberal
around
thing.
here.
very
say.
resilient.
Oh, yeah.
That pie.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah,
Yeah. How about we're in the midst of a shooting.
yeah.
We're like
true.
Geraldo
We're in the
right
midst of
now.
a shooting.
That's true,
We're
actually.
in the beginning of World War IV.
Technically a mass shooting.
India invaded
Yeah.
Kashmir.
No, technically it's not. The shooter is not.
Not according to Mother Jones, dude. It's not ideologically driven.
Fart, dude.
Who's farting? All right.
Spud Dog farted.
Let's wrap it in
All right,
together.
all
Andy
right,
Good
here we go.
Times
Here
here.
we go.
He's drinking Miller
Andy
Lights.
Good
It's Andy
Times.
Good Times.
Yo, so what's going on, dogs? People have been asking
Sorry.
for you guys. They
Yeah.
want you back.
For what?
Also, on the record, I have no connection at all to these opinions that we're about to hear.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Fuck Michelle Wolf.
Why?
The abortion shit just destroys me, dude.
Oh yeah, that was tough.
It's
Very
just not that
pro-life.
cool.
Very
It's-
pro-life.
it's not that
fine.
cool.
It's fine.
The,
I love
Your
children.
face is all red. Calm down.
The abortions. That abortion episode was an abortion itself. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Wow.
It was a bit of a.
double entendre.
Yeah, that was a fucking rough one. But
Machiavellian.
I didn't see it.
I never watched it, yeah.
she did like a marching band salute to abortion.
It's pretty edgy.
It's the promotion of it that bothers me. It's
That's
like, dude,
we've covered that.
We've
we're
covered
very,
this, yeah.
We're very
Okay.
pro-life here. at
Love
Matt and
babies,
Shane.
dude.
Spade could have been aborted.
Dude,
Love children.
Dude, I was on the chopping
I'm not. I'm not.
speaking of which,
Yeah, I was on the chopping block, bro.
you're on the chop block?
I mean,
That's one.
dude.
That's a good thing. So was the Honorable Prophet Minister Farrakhan. He was on the
Something we
chopping
have in
block.
common.
Yo, that was one thing he hit people with. He was just like, honestly, he's like, my mom tried to abort me, and I got to live with that for the rest of my life, and it kind of fucks with me. And anyone who is for abortion, if you're like, what if you found out your mom wanted to abort you? They'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
That's
either way, do your thing. But
I
just
think
think
Tim
about
Tebow. I think Tim Tebow avoided it.
really.
I think.
Imagine the
thinking-
world without Tebow.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah, that
thinking
would
about
suck.
getting an abortion,
That would
picture the Honorable Minister Farrakhan.
Yeah.
And if you can,
Banned
if
off
you can
Facebook.
look at the Honorable Minister and still go through with it,
If you can
that's your
imagine
business.
life without Farrakhan,
I can't.
I can't.
I fucking love
Dude, the
him.
New Testament's fucking sweet.
No, don't
Yeah,
call
dude.
it that. Don't call it that. Yeah.
All right. What was I gonna say? I was getting down to business here.
You're talking about Pythagorean.
Talking about Pythagorean. Yeah, they
Theorem.
used to worship numbers. We all know that. It's no big deal.
Yeah, everybody knows
It's a cool
that.
way to think
Next-
about.
Next topic.
Cool way to think about.
Never heard that before.
Cool way to think about numbers. Well, let's get into it, dude. We know what you guys are all about. I want to figure out. I mean, I've tried to follow the events, and I've learned that I'm pretty bad at. I mean, I am an investigative journalist, but I'm pretty bad at like following the chain of events with the Epstein stuff. It's kind of old hat by now.
Yeah, we kind of missed the news cycle there. People were doing emergency
I
casts.
like to miss the news cycle and let stuff develop because it's like
Yeah.
everyone just jumps on it. It's actually becoming in vogue now. I've noticed a lot of people are fucking like. I saw a hot chick doing a podcast where she's like, "I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat now," and she just started going off and she was rattling off info. And I'm
Well, that's
like,
because Tim Dillon's a beast.
"Yep,
Mullen's a beast.
I'm like a pocket-sized Tim Dillon.
yeah, pretty."
you literally look exactly like Tim Dillon.
insane.
You look like O'Connor and Tim Dillon
Had a baby.
morphed into
Especially
one.
the sexy guy haircut now.
I know, dude.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't even notice how.
The
He's
girl
got
who
nice
cut his
haircut.
hair just gave him a sexy guy haircut.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't look in the mirror the whole time I'm getting my haircut. I just sit there and I looked up and I was like, what did you do to me?
How brutal is a haircut?
Looks
Every
good.
time.
You
dude.
sit there and look at yourself.
I
and be
don't
like,
look at
God
myself. I
Damn,
look at
this
my
is what I
thigh
look
knee.
like.
I look right here, dude. I stare at it the whole time. Sorry.
You got Tim Dillon's leg. That thing is swole.
He's got a thick leg, dude.
got
Dude, did
one
you see the
thick
one
leg.
Tim Dillon when he's laying in bed?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that was funny as
Yeah.
shit.
I saw the YouTube preview for that.
Yeah, well, you want to talk Epstein? It's fine,
Can
man.
we just run it down, dude? I mean, it might have been said already. Just give me
I have
your.
my
Where do you
notes.
stand? Where do you stand on all of it?
Well,
Those are lengthy notes.
these are
Yeah,
lengthy
some might call
notes.
it a manifesto.
Start from the start from the top. Let me hear you. What do you got?
Well,
What's going on with the man?
All screenshots, all 4chan.
yeah, it's like, so I don't think that this dude would punch his own ticket. There's no way
Sure.
that a guy that worships transhumanism, saving his sperm up for like the elite women to have babies with. There's no way this dude's like, oh, I want to die right now.
Unless he figured out how to make himself a sperm cell,
Okay,
and then
that-
killed himself.
Okay,
Slithered out.
He's like something out of Irish folklore.
I guess, dude. But I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense. A transhumanists typically aren't that suicidal.
dude typically craves immortality. I can't imagine a scenario where he's paying off guards to kill himself. That's
No.
not gonna work. That would have came out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Unless he hired 2 Nigerian brothers, dude.
Yeah, those were the guards.
Dude, I think. Hey, man.
The prison guards are the same guys that
Just
fucking
jack
Jesse-
Nigerians.
Dude, the amount of people this week that are unplugging from the Matrix is insane. Like,
Yeah, man.
This is the red pill. The country's swallowing red pills, dude. The only people that are believing that Epstein killed himself are people that have never been locked up. The second you get locked up, dude, belt laces gone.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
true.
way you're killing yourself.
They took my
He had
laces
paper
before.
sheets in the cell, dude.
Yeah, man.
If they put you in a holding cell,
How
they
the
take-
fuck did he hang himself then?
That's what I'm saying. If you're in
They
a
never
holding,
actually released.
And
what
there's
he
nothing
did.
to hang it. Well,
No, they took my shoelaces in the drunk tank.
I guess
I
he
was,
had to
I was
sit.
definitely suicidal.
no, you have to like sit hang. You know,
Oh, like
because there's nothing on the fucking
yeah, but
ceiling.
even that you need a belt.
Like
yeah,
the
you got-
famous
I know.
doorknob hanging.
Yeah, but-
Yeah, you'd have to doorknob hang.
yeah, like
but
the
there's,
wire.
you know,
with the red scarf.
yeah,
doorknobs.
Yeah, there's definitely not a doorknob. They definitely thought out suicide watch in a high profile federal
well,
prison.
There hasn't been one
Attorney
in
General
forever.
Bill Barr, white hat, black hat, we don't know yet. That dude is coming out saying, "All right, we gotta check. There's a lot of irregularities at that prison."
No, what's
really
Barr's
bummed out.
What's Barr's background? Heard a lot of flack on
he's-
him.
Was an attorney for CIA.
Okay.
His dad recruited Epstein to work at the Dalton School because he saw Epstein was very good with the little girls.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And then
With
Epstein's
the little girlfriends, were they little girlfriends or
Well,
they just
he
plain
made them.
little
They
girls?
were little girls, then they became little girlfriends. Dude.
Yeah, that's how it
and
goes.
Epstein's
Vicious cycle.
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad died, right? Was murdered. or
Yeah,
something?
he died a
Mysteriously.
mysterious death, but she would have inherited his MSAD clearance. Like, and this is where I go, tinfoil hat, is like, I think that you have
Wait,
to
this
be.
is?
I think you have to be born into this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, your family has to be compromised. Like, there's no way like you're sitting there going, okay, I'm gonna join the CIA. It's like you might join the CIA, but
I get
not
bodied
like
in a
these
week.
guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I hear you. They don't like go around like in Men in Black where they're like, "We've seen you up."
Like, they took Epstein, dude, and they groomed him, and they're like, look at this guy. He's a fucking narcissist. He's a psycho. Like, we'll give him money. We'll give him power. Like, this is what he's into. So he's compromised because he likes the little girls.
Yeah.
And he'll go compromise everybody else for us. And the Mossad goes against the United States wishes, dude. The U.S. military, like, Trump just installed... All right.
Go on,
Sorry,
keep
guys.
going, keep going. Don't listen to him.
Trump, instead...
What are you talking about?
Instead of like the next guy in line, the next person in line to like run something, I can't remember what it is, dude. It's too much stuff. CIA or whatever it is.
Photographic memory.
Yeah, seriously. The next person that was in line got bypassed by military intelligence. So CIA is usually a civilian job.
Yeah.
But dude, Trump was like, "Hey, by the way, we're putting this guy in charge. It's military intelligence. Military intelligence, like they keep an eye on the FBI and the CIA. That makes them shit their pants.
Whoa.
So the new CIA, Trump CIA, they're the good guys. They're the ones that are taking back. Yeah, Trump CIA is like they're the good guys. They're the
Okay.
ones that are they're gonna help us fight the world war with
Globalist.
the globalists and China and stuff.
Damn.
Chicoms.
Damn.
He's out of breath.
Dude.
Sorry, guys. I got way more.
yeah.
Oh, he's got way more. All right, I'm gonna. So Epstein. So Maxwell was probably born into a line of CIA work.
Well, she was. Her dad.
Okay,
Her
yeah.
dad owned media corporations. So
Okay.
I mean, look at our media. Look what Hollywood and HBO does to us.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
So she was part of a
Her-
media. She was a media empress.
Yeah, and like she
Who
was.
then was involved in a child sex ring.
She
That's
was-
on the books though. That's
It's on
the
the
books.
books. Dude, if you check
That's
out
on the books.
on the Rogan subreddit, somebody put up a thing like that. They went through all 2,000 pages and pulled out the bullet points.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people are like, there's nothing in the 2,000 things. It's like, dude, check it out. You'll see. Ghislaine Maxwell. What are you laughing at, dude?
What the fuck?
Why are you making fun of me?
Sorry. I'm not. It's funny, dude. This is sick.
Not funny. Nothing funny about this.
She I lost my.
I know. I
lost what
fucked that
gonna
up.
say.
I fucked that up. It
No,
was-
no. it's
She
cool.
was born into a thing, media
I'm
family.
saying like her dad was Robert Maxwell, some
Yeah.
kind of a media mogul.
Yeah.
Right. Then she was like a young heiress to all this,
Yeah.
and in the Epstein things, she's one of the co-conspirators, and she would recruit girls.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl that they stole from Mar-a-Lago got paid. This is in the fucking 2000 plus files that just got busted out. She got paid 10 grand by Ghislaine Maxwell right after she fucked Prince Andrew. That's in the fucking works, dude.
Damn.
So if you want to think about who would have got to Epstein, which I think Epstein's not dead, they stole him out of
Yeah.
I think Trump took him out because the royals would have got to him.
Wait.
The black nobility.
Trump.
I could see them pulling him out.
Trump CIA military intelligence, dude.
You think they snuck him out?
Well, they either took him out and as a message to the MSAD, as a message to the old CIA, and as a message to the black nobility over in Europe. Yo, listen,
To the what?
I know you fit black nobility. Like I know
Not what you think.
Nah. We're talking about like dark,
You're not talking about. Wait, what?
like
Black
dark
nobility.
nobility. Like you don't know who their names are.
You know the
black
Rockefellers.
nobility.
That's who they want. You know, there's people above them, dude.
Yeah, like you know.
Well, because I was going to say black nobility is like all black people descended from kings and queens. So they're all
This
right.
is New Testament.
This is
Return
New
of
Testament.
Jesus.
No.
Shane?
No.
It's a plot for Black Panther.
Please.
Yes. So that's
I'm
what
not
I-
fucking leaving.
That's my idea. Is that they either took. He might not be dead. I don't think he's dead.
That man don't tell tales, though. Jones said that.
Exactly.
Might be dead.
The royals might have came after him, and by the royals I mean the powers that be. I mean some people say the Queen still owns North America.
Okay.
So
Were we ever free?
Whoa.
I wonder about that if they didn't just be like, all right, they win the Revolutionary War
Exactly.
or whatever. Fucking let these idiots
but they're
fucking shoot
old
us.
time pedos. Like this new regime of the new regime of the royals, they're fucking full on pedos. So
It's in the
Really?
London Guardian. They all loved human sacrificing.
Wait, when?
Like 20 years ago in the London Guardian, there's like, you have Epstein's Island, but then you have other islands where they do human sacrifice.
I mean, dude, did you see Naomi Campbell's island? That's fucking weird.
Oh yeah, you saw the picture of the girl who was
Horus
the
thing?
sex slave at Naomi Campbell's party too.
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
There was a picture in the New York Times of one of the girls who was complaining against Epstein. She was at Naomi Campbell's party.
Wow, dude.
Naomi Campbell's in
Wow.
frame right there.
First of all, did you know islands are 8 million? That's it.
I'm
dude.
surprised, dude.
Wow, let's get an island. Anyway,
Well, they're probably more expensive if you're going to have like a child sex ring on them. They probably
Yeah, I'm
ask
sure
you, like,
there's
you're
extras.
going to
Yeah.
sell young on here, and you're like,
Nah, young trim.
all right,
Nah,
8 mil.
nah,
We're gonna hit you with 16 mil. You probably got to get a license.
yeah, I mean,
Run like a child
Probably
sex
from the black
ring.
nobility.
Yeah.
I think that
Definitely.
that we took him to protect him.
What?
He's in witness protection as a message to them. Like they know they didn't get him, so they're like, "What the hell?"
Well, because what's the
And they
alternative?
stage that weird like Epstein body.
My thing,
where
people-
they know that's not.
I
him.
noticed Epstein's body didn't have that hook nose.
Wow.
Or that
New
nose.
Testament, dude.
he had a hook nose.
He did.
no,
He had a very-
No, he
the
didn't.
body had one.
The body
he did
had
not.
one.
He-
The body was
yeah.
very
He had a
interesting.
good one.
Do
He
you
had
think
a
the
good
body
one.
was
Swapped out. They
body
did it with
did
JFK.
have the nose?
Yeah.
The body had a very Jewish nose.
Semitic nose for sure.
Oh,
They
so
did
they
the same
they
shit with
recreated
JFK.
it. That's hilarious. So they tried to recreate it, and they're like, "What's his nose look like?" It's Epstein, bro. Come on.
Wow, dude.
and then they're like, "Oh fuck, we got busted. His nose doesn't look like that."
I think it was like a shark nose going through the fucking.
Who do you think they sacrificed to do that, or do you think
Or
they
a
just
shark
built a
fin.
mold? That
Me
could
too.
be.
No,
a
I
3D
think it's just a 3D print mold
Sure, it's
or
not
whatever.
just a Mossad.
No, they can make them.
Anyway,
No.
that gets deeper. Just
Yeah.
let me finish this one
Go
thing.
ahead, please,
Sorry,
okay,
please.
so
Please.
I think that they stole him as a message to everyone else, being like, "We got him now."
Yeah.
And the reason I think that is the guy that did the autopsy did JFK, did the O.J. Simpson stuff, right? And the reason I'm saying it's a message is like it's so obvious because they dust off the JFK autopsy guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like Trump's CIA being like, "See,
That guy's still doing autopsies?
yeah, well he was a young
Yeah, because he did it on the plane, right?
was
JFK's
compromised, right?
autopsy was on a plane.
JFK's
The
autopsy.
body was switched.
His body was switched. He had
Yeah.
a body
Dallas
switch.
cop.
So that's what I'm saying. That's a message to the elites. Is like this is another body switch.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. Well, the other thing
Yeah.
too. So people can go body switch. That's crazy. But to think that he legitimately hung himself on Suicide Watch
Nah, let's
is
get out of there.
insane,
That's-
dude.
Yo, you
Yeah.
want to go on Stephen
Insane.
Colbert and talk? I mean, come
Exactly.
on, man.
That's what I'm
Seriously.
saying.
Not
That's
here.
Yeah.
well,
Not here.
that's the crazy thing. People are like, that's ridiculous, and it's like, I still don't understand how people.
I will say this.
Say
I will
it.
say this. In Phoenix this weekend, every time I got on stage, I was like, well, like to open, I'd be like, Clinton's killed Epstein. And the whole place would laugh and clap.
Dude.
Like, everybody agrees.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. Like, these are
And the-
regular people. These are desert folk.
Yeah.
And they were like,
But dude, get
the
this.
desert folk are wise.
They
My
are.
buddy Ricky, his in-law, well, not
Pretty Ricky.
in-laws,
What
but
Pretty Ricky say,
dude, his nickname literally is Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
And Ricky Bells, but we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. That's on your bullet. That's on the slide.
Dude,
It's a later slide.
his girlfriend's parents are in town now visiting, and they're like liberal Jewish from New England.
Whoa. Chill.
Yeah, liberal
Okay.
Jewish from New
I
England.
tried to say Jewish because it's nicer than Jewish.
Jewish is nice.
Okay.
Jay is nice.
Okay,
Saying the
Jay.
J's is
Yeah.
nice.
Liberal J.
There's some people
actually
that had
is
a
kinda
problem with
nice.
that.
Yeah, it's
calling
probably
them
cooler.
J's.
It's cooler, yeah.
J's is sick.
Yeah,
Jay-
it's
Air
Jay-Z.
Jordans.
Jay-Z.
I just
got
want
some
you to
J's.
imagine
yeah.
a couple of New York Jays that
Yeah.
vacation up in Maine.
Okay, maybe
Right?
Jew does sound nicer.
And when I say it's wrong, right? Okay. But yeah, they actually are like, no, there's no way. You
So
can
they've been chomping blue
and
pills.
they're 60 something years
red.
old, 50 years old.
So they're saying that's like the
They don't believe this story.
they're
No
like
one believes it.
So you're
Yeah.
saying the standard sponge for the New York Times is like
New York
yeah,
Times,
not buying
Wapo.
it.
Times, WAPO,
Yeah.
Colbert,
Even
Seth Meyers,
stacks
dude,
of the New
hey,
Yorker.
man,
Has
seriously.
the Times has been like
failing.
well
Yeah, it has been failing for a while.
it's pretty bad. Well, dude, the thing you said makes the most sense. How Trump will win and the news will make sure he wins.
Definitely, dude, because the best thing that ever happened to Stephen
Oh, of
Colbert
course.
is Donald Trump.
Yeah,
you
man.
think for a second that Anderson Cooper, who was probably like sitting there going, man, I wonder how much longer people are going to watch TV. And then it's like, boom, Trump happens.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why they don't talk about Tulsi and Andrew, bro. Andrew Yang, baby.
I know.
Gang.
That's why they don't talk
Oh
about
wait,
him.
you're a fucking Yang boy.
Yang
I want
Bucks.
that.
Dude,
I
did you
want
watch? Did you watch
$1,000,
the interview with the?
I want those neat bucks.
Yang went on the H3. Went on the. I love
bucks.
neat bucks, dude. The government gives you money. The
I want the neats, baby.
he went on the H3 podcast, and Yang was saying that like they stage the debates like it is like a reality show. Like so you'll have your people reach out if you're like high profile Democratic convention, you'll reach out to like the network and be like, hey, we were thinking of jamming someone up about like XYZ. Could you set us up for that? And the moderators will like set up big things just to get better viewings. And Yang's
you
like,
hear,
Yang was
sorry.
like, what the fuck? He was like, he's like, I showed up, and I'm like, no one ever asked me. He's like, there's already a thing.
Damn, that's very dishonorable.
Oh,
Yeah, it
dude,
is,
who
dude.
did that? That was in that Schaub thing. That was hilarious. That
Oh,
Schaub thing
Jesus
when
Job
Christ.
documentary.
Yeah.
That was-
Schaub documentary
that
when
was
he
pretty
took
tough.
when he took a dude that didn't talk Asian
Oh,
but was
yeah.
Asian
Yeah,
and
that
gave
was
him Asian
hilarious.
voice.
It's hilarious.
Wow, dude, wow.
I don't even think that's That's hilarious.
It's hilarious, but I mean when somebody's trying to slam you, yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, to be fair, I always accurately represented my old boss who was Korean. That was an accurate,
very
respectful
Korean, yeah.
representation.
What was the type of things he would say?
Yeah.
I met
Give me
you.
an
He
example.
met you. Literally, he would call me met you, and he go, "Come to the opus." That's
All of
exactly
the
that's,
black
that's
people's money.
verbatim. He did say that too to me. He told me about a pet shop. He called me in. He's like, "Number one business idea, pet store. Black people's love to spend money is about the dogs." And I'm like, "Yo, bro."
Dude, that is
Back
so
then, I was like
God.
22. I was like, "Take it easy, Mr. Kim. You're out of your fucking
Back
mind."
when you were a fucking pussy.
I heard he had
True,
a
I was
team.
super
You were a
fucking
young
pussy.
pussy. Everybody is. When you're a young boy,
I was pretty bad.
I bet this fucking maniac Billy did not go through that phase.
Raised by
talking about?
wolves.
Billy? You're talking about when you're 22, you're generally pretty
When you like,
idealistic.
when you like
and,
go to
like,
college
mild.
and you're just a gay pussy.
Would you like go to
Shit.
college and wear like pastel polo shirts and pop the collar and like go
I just
take
never popped
ecstasy
my
and stuff?
collar.
Oh, wait, what? What?
Oh, yeah.
You just slid the DOS
You
on
never
the
saw the
dildo?
DOS on Bill, dude?
No, I don't even want to see it.
Oh,
Nah, I
man.
had
White
some, I had
shorts,
nice clothes for
salmon
going
polo.
out. Had one out for a while, so now I just have this.
Damn, you just
Yeah.
outed him as an Asher Roth fan.
Yeah, well, you're talking to someone who on
I love
record.
college.
You're talking to someone who on record voted for Obama.
Dude, he was
Dude,
cool back
what?
then, dude.
I
He
didn't
was
know that.
cool.
You got
dude.
Dude,
fucking
I didn't.
tricked?
I was a little
Dude,
kid and I
hey,
knew
man.
that.
How could you get tricked?
I would have
Hey,
voted.
idiot.
I
It
would have
wasn't
voted
always
for him
this
back
woke,
then.
dude.
Okay.
I
Fucking idiot.
didn't even
I was
get
like, all
tricked
right,
back
change,
then.
man. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was
Idiot.
excited. I
Spade was walking around his
I
neighborhood
got
with
one.
hope
I got
shirts.
a Bush, a Kerry, and an Obama, dude. Sue me.
You voted for John
I
Kerry?
wish I could.
Yeah, dude.
I wish
Sickening.
I fucking could.
Dude, I wanted the
was
war
back
to end.
so-
I'm
why you
against
wanted the
the
war to
war.
Why are you here, dude?
God.
That was back before. That was back before red
Dude,
pills.
don't
were
get me
anywhere.
wrong.
How were you not-
9/11
dude.
happened, and I was like, Bush, let's go. Okay?
Yeah,
and then
but
after it
he
went on, I
hears
was
you.
like, why are we in Iraq? I was like, this has to stop.
Kerry.
Yeah. All right, man.
Oh, they tricked
Yeah.
you. The media got to you.
Well,
Well-
it brings up a point that a lot of the former people that were, a lot of the tinfoil hatters, man, that
Sure.
conspiracies against the government used to be the Democrats, dude. They used to be like, the Republicans
Weapons of
doing all
mass
this
destruction.
weapons,
Yeah,
WMDs.
that was a hot conspiracy
Military-industrial
that came
complex.
true.
Oh yeah.
Weapons of mass destruction being fake, and they were
Yeah,
like,
dude.
"Yeah, my
How
bad."
sweet is
Totally
that movie
fake.
with chubby Christian Bale, dude? He's adorable.
What happened?
Vice.
Vice, dude.
Bro.
What a great movie, dude.
What is it?
The
Christian
one with
Bale's
Vice.
Dick Cheney.
Christian Bale.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Dude, you want to
gains
become
massive weight.
you want to
dude.
become a Dick Cheney fan?
Watch
Watch
that.
the movie Vice.
Oh yeah, he's.
You're
the
supposed
man.
to not like him. Again, there's one point where he's I don't know why I said it again. He's in Wyoming, where he was from. And he's getting like DUIs and shit. He's getting in bar fights. He's like a fat piece of shit. And then he's working on like telephone wires. He
Dude,
dropped
he's
out of
kinda
Ivy
the
League
man.
because he was a dickhead. And then his wife is like, "Are you gonna fucking become something, or am I gonna leave you right now?"
Damn.
And he's like,
Pretty much every girl said that to me.
He's like, I'll become something. Just controls the world. Just instantly for the sniz, dude. The Passad.
Yeah, he got Pusaded.
He got Pusaded hard.
Don't
Jesus.
blame like Iraq on Cheney. Blame it on his wife.
On the
Damn,
Passad.
think about the body count from that chick being
From one
like,
chick
I
being
want a
like-
bigger house.
That's the
Yeah.
hive mind, dude. You want to
For
talk about
real.
body counts? Look at old Bill, dude. He's just trying to get his D's up.
Shit.
Bill's body count is old Bill in a dress, dude. What do you think of that?
Oh,
weird.
dude. Well, imagine trying to like engage Hillary Clinton in sex, and she's like,
You wanna
I
talk
kind of
about
want to
the
take over
lesbian.
Haiti, and
Dude,
you're like, fuck.
You want to talk about the Pusad? Like that dude is the guy that got Pusaded.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Like Bill Clinton got Pusaded. He loved pussy so much that they sent out their top operative and fucking took him down, dude.
Old wise man once told me a cunt hair could pull a freight train up a mountain.
Boy, was he right.
Yeah, Bill Clinton got hit hard, man. You think he got honeypotted by like young?
Just back with the dude. That was a fucking.
You ever heard
was a ton of
pussy
That
hair
was
can
a
pull a freight
song.
train?
No,
R.I.P. Frank Poos.
dude, that's
Yeah,
the book
dude.
of Proverbs.
Oh yeah, that's the
This
old.
is
I,
dude,
Let's
that's
have a
Old
sip for
Testament.
poos, dude.
there's
Proverbs is.
it's in between, I think.
There's no in between.
cares?
It's in between, I think.
It's like the middle. Yeah, dude. Wait, so Hillary was sent, or you
I'm
think
saying Hillary's
young?
the Pusad. Hillary might have been,
True.
Look
you know,
at her.
Saul Alinsky
Roasted
or
the
whatever.
fuck out.
Yeah, she's the original Pusad, dude. She might have started the Pusad.
Imagine getting pussy whipped in politics.
I mean, look at the world,
Like
man.
you're at war with a country, and you're like, shit. Yeah. You just don't want to bring it up to her. You're
I'm
like,
super pissed at my girlfriend.
What if fucking we don't know who sent Monica Lewinsky into that office, man.
Yeah.
yeah, true that.
Think
That was
about the
before
shit-
people even thought about that.
Think about
I don't
the
know.
shit
I think if somebody was controlling Monica, like who was going to get sent in there, they'd send someone a little fucking better.
I don't know. She was a
She was
hot-
she was
she was a
okay,
stormy
but
chubby
if you're
girl.
gonna-
A little
all right,
morsel.
She was a nice chubby morsel at the time. Not
Yeah.
even that chubby. Definitely. I mean, come on.
She had
But
that look.
We're talking the president of the United States here.
Yeah, but maybe
That's why you
he's into
can't
plane
go
chains.
too hot because they'll suspect
If
it.
you sent in like a Lola Bunny type.
Yeah, if you sent in like a. My bad, guys. This shit got fucked up.
That's a psyop.
I pulled the fucking cord.
Yeah, there's some technical difficulties. No, we redacted.
Shane just went back for makeup. Now he's good to go.
That's funny. That's a funny thing you just said. That's a very funny thing.
So Hollywood.
Dude, so we were talking about how not hot, although that's arguable.
No,
I mean, to
Planes
someone like
going.
me, Monica Lewinsky still to this day, but
Dreamboat, yeah.
yeah.
She is a bit of a dreamboat.
And
she-
my age theory. How old was she?
I think she was young.
23?
Yeah.
I mean, she was a baby girl.
Insane.
Yeah, she's a baby.
Wow, she was a secretary, thick baby girl.
You know what
Yes,
would be
dude.
sick is if you had a
Oh, you-
podcast with Clinton and you started talking about BBGs and he was like, "How you know?"
Oh, you got impressions?
That sounded like Bill Cosby.
That sounded like Clinton. I thought
That
so.
was pretty good. Spot, do it
Go one
again.
more time.
That was
You
good.
can't do it. You can't do it.
don't
On
be
demand.
I'm not a performer. I'm not like
You
you.
can't do it on demand. That's the worst thing to ask somebody from an artist standpoint.
I'm an artist.
I got to be honest. I told you to do the Korean, and you fucking nailed it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got
Very good.
years.
An artist.
Very
I've
good.
lived and died on the stage.
Matthew's an absolute artist.
Yo, also, dude, August
Spade went to art
August.
school. He's a literal artist.
I literally am an artist.
Dude, hold on.
He's not
Let's
bragging.
get down to business first.
Well,
This is a rumpus room.
it's tough, man. It's like, what do you? Okay, so I just want to make sure everyone out there knows that Epstein's probably MSAD, and that I want people. Okay, here's my little paragraph here. When Trump became the candidate, I think that the
Yeah.
deep state freaked
Written
out.
down.
Okay.
And that wasn't supposed to happen. Obama sent intelligence out, the Five Eyes, all the countries that the Queen owns, all their intelligence agencies scrambled to find Trump, or find dirt on Trump. But
Yeah.
hey, guess what, dude?
Teflon
Dude's
Don.
been Teflon Don. Been living in the public life since fucking he was in his 20s.
Since Moses had a paper route.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, brother.
Nice. And they couldn't find anything on him. He was clean, and he was toying with a presidential run since he was in his 30s. So he's been gearing up for this, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, and you know, there's nothing. There was nothing to grab him on. There was no dirt, so they tried to create dirt, and they went to Christopher Steele.
Who's that?
He's a spy. He's an ex-British spy. The Steel Dossier.
Who got the pussy grab video? That was like their crown
That
jewel.
was nothing.
They thought that was their crown.
That didn't work,
Steve
dude.
Bannon elbowed that thing right off the table, bro.
Did he really?
Yeah, Bannon was like, whatever, bro.
Yeah, because my mom was just like, well, it's locker room talk.
Exactly.
Well, it is locker room talk.
It is.
That, if you're mic'd up in the back of a bus, good lord.
Oh, dude.
Look how Fredo
Good
talks
Lord.
and he knows he's on camera.
Oh,
Who?
yeah, man.
Fredo.
Who's Fredo?
Fake news Fredo, Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, the lesser Cuomo.
So go on.
Well, anyway, they made up the Steel Dossier. I'm sure everybody listening knows this, but it's like the Clintons paid for the Steel Dossier through Fusion GPS, which is an opposition research company. And all of this is illegal. All of this is treason because it's given the okay by the Obama administration.
Yeah.
Now, when they investigated him, they spent 2 years working on the
So
Mueller
the government's
report.
not allowed to pay money to spy on
Government's
people
not
who
allowed
run.
to spy on American citizens, dude.
Especially not, you
But
know.
foreign governments can.
Yeah.
So you can pay England to do it. So when they talk about Russian meddling,
What about the Patriot Act?
I don't know about that. Yeah,
I think that gets into that.
What?
Yeah, that might be
About
a thing.
not
Like, Shane's
about,
right. Yeah,
about not letting them
dude,
do
they
that?
got
No,
rid
you
of
can,
habeas.
Patriot Act, you can spy the fuck out of anybody.
They got rid of habeas
Oh,
corpus.
right.
But I,
Obama drone striked a citizen.
Yeah.
not on. I don't think on
No,
American
it was
soil.
foreign. Yeah,
They voted for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the
and
one-
Spade-
but no,
Spade
let him-
voted
Never,
for him.
every
All right, sorry.
day.
If I could
Billion.
vote, I would go.
Billy and Tom, you voted for Obama. Jeez.
All right, I'm
yes,
digging,
Spud can.
I'm picking up the picture. I got the picture you're laying down
Yeah.
right
So
now.
they were like Russian. It's like, hey, don't look at England. England helped. England spied on Trump. Nothing came of it. That's what the whole Mueller investigation is about. Sorry, no contact.
Do you think the Queen may have been hip to the fact that Trump knew about Epstein and like probably knew who was?
Okay, Matt, you
if
want
you're-
to finish my?
if
dossier, bro?
really?
Exactly, dude. That's what's going
Damn.
on.
Get to the DOS.
You're connecting the dots here.
Jeez.
So they know that they're on the line. They're on the hook here. One of our
Oh.
allies spied on us. It's treason. Bill Barr has come out and said as much. So Bill Barr is the Attorney General, and he's sitting there going, "Well, we're going to investigate the investigators." And Trump's been saying it on the press lawn before he gets in the helicopter.
Damn.
We're going to investigate the investigators. So it's like if that happens, they pushed in Congress. We can prosecute Trump after
No
he's
one's above the law.
yeah, no one's above the law. We need to indict him after he's president. And they're like, okay, you can't indict a sitting president, but after they're president, you can get him.
Yeah, that's
Like the one
Well-
Spade voted for.
Obama's not president anymore, and he committed a crime that was high treason, penalty of death. What did
Jesus, what if they fucking killed
They
him?
behead Obama.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What did they do with Kavanaugh? They put in Kavanaugh. When they were questioning Kavanaugh, what did they ask him? Would you be opposed to military tribunals? No. What did they just bring back
Death
3
penalty.
weeks ago? Death penalty.
Oh, dude, that's
All right, guys.
that's
I
gonna
don't
start
really
a-
need to say much more. If you guys want to
there's
check in with me, I'm gonna drink
there's
a Miller
no way they're gonna kill
Talking
Obama.
firing squads for the Obamas?
Oh, dude, I'm talking.
No fucking.
Not
been
me.
all-
No.
Yeah.
No.
least
I would
you're
never.
talking business
That's
politics.
my family. That's my first family, guys.
Yeah.
That's my president.
Yeah.
I love Barack Obama.
Hussein Obama.
Shane Gillis loves Barack Obama.
I don't think they won't kill him, but that's fuck. I
would
just,
like,
it would start a
you
civil
know,
war.
Maybe
If they were
we
like,
take a break or something, I'll have you read.
I
this.
believe I see your. I feel the dots. I'm
I
saying
have way more. It's just
I'm
I can't
connecting
do
the
it right now. I
dots.
can't do it.
Right
I'm
on.
connecting the dots. There's no fucking. They'll put that all out on him and be like, disgraced.
But you gotta understand, people like that have been watching this when they are watching Kavanaugh go in, and they're like, "Are you opposed to military tribunals?" He's like, "No. If someone committed that, we would go through military tribunals." I'm sitting there like, "Oh my god, this
Who's
is
talking
happening."
about this? Q.
Yeah,
That's the other thing.
Q's
Yeah.
been talking about this forever.
ever.
Wow.
Hasn't been wrong yet either.
All right, I'm done.
Damn.
Wait, hold
dude.
on. I would like you to just go over that again.
But
Just-
Obama
just
might
bullet
get out.
point that
Now
again.
get into
for
the
me.
next part where you think the white race is supreme.
Stop,
Yeah.
dude. Knock it
No.
off.
No.
Knock it off.
No.
I'm just being fresh.
You are
No,
being
no.
fresh.
You are being
So
fresh.
you think this kind of thinking leads to that kind of stuff?
Absolutely not. I'm right there with him, dude. If he's dying, I'm dying.
So you're just
Also,
going.
too,
You're just going for yucks.
When Epstein first, the other thing I wanted to say was when Epstein first got in trouble, W was president. and he had a good relationship with the Queen, and he made it all go away. And what they were pushing for was a race between Hillary and Jeb. That's a win-win for the royals.
True. Also,
And-
think about this, dude. If Hillary got in, Epstein would not have gotten in trouble.
Not at all,
No.
dude.
No one
Come
would
on,
have
man.
raised all this weird
That's what I'm saying.
like
It's a
child
win-win for
sex
them,
ring
yeah.
stuff.
Look at the stats
if
on
she
human trafficking.
if she won, that's her dog, dude. That would not. She would have squashed that. We would have never have heard. I believe that.
It's so funny that we're actually rolling up the pedophiles.
Literally
We are,
Like,
dude.
they're actually-
What's the
it's
operation,
actually
Spade?
correct.
I mean, there literally is a global child sex. A
Yes.
children's sex trade. That's like people say that's true. And like, well, here's a guy that's doing it. They're like, you fucking crazy nut. That's
Yeah.
not true. And they're like, oh, he's out of fucking lock. He was about to get, questioned, and now he committed, quote unquote, committed suicide. No one really believes him anymore, dude.
Dude, they did all this to protect a sloppy pedo. Now this is why, blah, 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 I wrote all this shit down.
You think
I don't know
Prince
why.
Andrew was the one that they were really trying to button it up for?
Dude, I say in this thing, they tried, that pissed off Trump daddy, and now he wants to investigate the investigators, which is really an investigation in the co-conspirators of Epstein and Great Britain. They see this coming. We have a couple of retards light up Walmarts, and it takes the news cycle out of it, but it's all coming out.
Damn.
I will. Yeah, Billy hit me with that. I think a day before that shooting.
Yeah.
He was, because I've been calling the Kenworth kid. I've been FaceTiming the Kenworth kid while he's in the
cracks
truck.
me up.
Dude, it is the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Cool as a fucking cucumber.
It's
on the
so
road.
fucking funny, dude. He's got no AC in his.
I just got AC.
And he has to roll the windows up to talk to me. And he's like, he just
Dude, I do
screams.
it to him all the time.
Screams
I hate
the whole
wind, dude.
time.
Do you roll? Does he ask you about the window, or do you just roll it
I
up
just
for him?
roll them
He
up.
rolls
Like
it
it's
up.
royalty.
Oh,
Like he's
wow.
royalty.
He don't roll them up for you?
You
No,
did
I
vote
have to
for
hear the
Obama,
wind.
dude.
Yeah, I didn't vote for Obama, dude.
Yeah.
I did not vote for Obama. No, I'm kidding. I
You
love
had
him.
to make this public, didn't you?
Spud voted for Barack Obama. Wow.
Dude, honestly,
Because he wanted
if,
change.
if I,
one, dude.
if, hold on.
Yeah, I wanted Habe.
The Syrian blood's on your hands.
If I
Open change, baby.
actually knew how to vote at the time, I probably would have done it
yeah,
myself.
dude, don't.
I just
come
don't
on,
know
man.
how
I
to do it.
you. I know you.
You know me. I was
Yeah.
genuinely. I definitely got hoodwinked. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
I remember. I was more or less.
Crazy. You got fucking
We were both.
I was just like, oh,
an
nice.
Obama phone.
I literally was just like,
trio. They were giving out.
they
Sorry.
did offer me one. I legitimately was like, nice. A black guy is elected.
Remember
That
Cash
was
for
as far
Clunkers,
as
man? I know a lot of dudes that came up on that.
Cash for Clunkers.
Yeah,
that was the
dude.
Obama bill.
Aggo came up on that.
True.
was
Aggo
it?
traded in an Econo line, an '89 Econo line, for a new Ford Fusion.
Wait, was that Obama's like?
That was like one of his things.
That was his
Cash for
freedom.
Clunkers.
That was his freedom fund.
Well, I don't know. Actually, that might have been end of Bush. I can't remember. Remember when Bush gave everybody a bunch of money? Everybody loved that.
No.
Bush gave
kinda
everybody like
though.
a beefy tax return one year. Like everybody got a G.
Really?
Oh yeah, that happened. Yeah.
He was like, "Look, you guys aren't gonna like what I'm about to do. Here's $1,000."
Exactly.
Super sorry for 9/11.
Yeah. So sorry about the tunnels on Epstein's Island.
Here's a G.
Yeah.
I was at Harrisburg Area Community College when Obama was getting elected,
Yeah.
and as one of the few honkies there, got to tell you,
Is that like a black school or something?
yeah,
Okay.
and
I'm confused.
as one of the few honks in
You
attendance.
say Harrisburg, I'm like,
This is
black
after you
people
went
out there?
AWOL.
Oh,
at,
yeah, dude.
West
Yeah.
Point.
Harrisburg's black as fuck.
I did not know.
I went
this.
AWOL at West Point because I got I
Got
might be
PTSD quick.
Mossad. Yeah, I got PTSD from waking up early.
You might got McDade, dude.
But
So you're at the college.
yeah, they did not. I'll tell you what, they did not handle Barack Obama winning with class and dignity.
Really?
A lot of showboating going
Yeah.
on.
They were showboating.
to the white
Dazzled
kids,
T-shirts.
I remember that.
to the
remember
honky
that, yeah.
students.
I
I
was
remember instantly regretting that.
I was living
Sorry, too hot.
I was living in the hood when Michael Jackson died. It was the opposite.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole hood was shut down for
Candlelight,
like 72
yeah.
hours.
Oh my god.
People were walking by like super round shouldered for like, dude, for 3 days, and I was
Oh.
like,
They still don't believe he touched kids.
dude, I've heard some stuff.
They're
that's-
coming around.
Yeah, some
They're
people.
coming
Are,
around.
Matt, those guys, they are speaking the truth, dude.
what?
Those guys on that documentary.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
There's
there's
no
people
way that's
saying that
fake.
he owned, like Michael Jackson owns like a resort in the Bahamas.
Still?
Like Sandals, like he owns a big resort. I mean, maybe not anymore. Some like 12-year-old kid probably owns half of it now.
Yeah.
But people were saying that he had all of his musical rights, and like someone was like pedo setting him up to get like Pretty Young Thing, get the rights to like Pretty Young.
All right.
I mean, dude, whether it's true or
They're
not, I
saying
don't
the
know.
same stuff about R. Kelly too, aren't they?
Well, Kells is innocent.
Kells
Yeah,
is so
he's
fucked
in
up
Kells
right
is
now.
busted, dude. He got
There's so many
busted.
Is he still
articles, like,
gone?
did you see the one article where it's like he's so depressed he can't read his fan letters because he's illiterate?
He's getting fan letters right now.
He's getting fan letters, but his lawyer was like, he's so depressed and he's illiterate, he can't read his fan letters.
When you realize he's illiterate, the song, I am what's that? It's like I am a mountain.
Yeah.
I am an eagle. Oh, I am a tall tree. It's like, all right, this guy doesn't know anything.
Well, I was listening.
Guy's a fucking
I went
moron.
back and listened to I Believe I Can Fly, and I was just kind of like, all right. And I was
Wow,
like, damn, this is
Space
impressive
Jam.
for a dude who like couldn't read.
Yeah.
When you realize R. Kelly's retarded, that all makes sense. It's like, oh shit, this is a true statement he's making. That's a real story.
And dude, all those girls are on his reading level.
Really?
Think about it.
Maybe he was just trying to learn how to read.
Maybe the whole thing was
Damn.
like some sort of book club.
I was about to say,
Some sort of 17-year-old book
do you
club.
think he was
The
like on a
Berenstein
video
Bears.
set?
He can really relate to 15-year-olds.
The Berenstein Barely Legals.
He went on. He was like sitting there, and he was like, she was like, "You ever read Goosebumps?" He's like, "This is amazing literature, girl.
Yeah.
Come to my studio now. We must talk about this."
I am a snowman in Pasadena. Oh, I am a werewolf.
Say cheese and die.
R.L. Stein Kelly.
This is amazing literature. He probably sat in his home like an ascot and a scarf, just like one foot up, like a skull and a candle burning.
Get scared. Get scared. He'd turn the page back. Ooh.
He'd read a fucking Choose Your Own Adventure and choose the wrong path. And be like, oh god,
Do
oh
you think
god.
someone's ever jumped reading? Like turn it like while you're reading. Oh.
Definitely Kells, dude.
Kelsey
If you're reading
jumped.
something really scary,
How spooky.
very scary.
Like the dossier on
It had to be something
Epstein
intense.
Island.
Getting jumping while reading would be the
Jumping
funniest.
while-
Whoa. What a twist. You have to be a speed. If you're a speed reader, that could probably happen to you.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I got to read every paragraph like 6 times. Such a fucking moron.
I'll read and like my eyes will like catch something ahead of me and spoil that. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't want to see that, and I kept going down. Damn, dude. So I'm really excited to see how people take all this because that's been like all the New York Times, Atlantic. Go ahead.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
This is going well. If we're back on Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So the first night I came on stage, they played the Jackson 5 in Phoenix, and then I was making fun. I was like, about the implications, and the crowd. It was everybody. Like it was. Then I was like, which is funny because little Michael was probably older Michael's type. You know what I mean? And if there was some sort of looper
Oh, yeah.
situation
Okay, like a time
where
travel.
older
like
Mike
an
got a hold of
Inception.
little Mike,
Wow, dude.
perhaps he
True.
would have
What
him.
song was this? What were they playing?
Jack ABC. It's a great fucking song. Great song. Fun song. But
Separate
then
the art from the artist.
Yeah,
So you're
I can do
saying
that. I
Michael,
can do that.
if there was a looper,
if there was a looper
he'd go back.
and he would get little Mike,
It'd be like,
Just like
whatever
in
you do.
Avengers.
It would be like, whatever you do,
it would be
do not mess with yourself. And he'd be like, God damn, look at him dance up there.
kids dancing. It's like, shit. All right, sorry.
He just goes back in time and nothing ever happens. He just remembers himself touching his butthole. And he's like, what?
Maybe that's exactly what happened because a lot of sexual predators start from getting
You think his...
preyed upon. Maybe MJ invented time travel. He moonwalked,
He moonwalked
back in time and fucked himself and then became a predator.
Very true.
man.
That checks out. Spud will believe that.
Yes.
I want to
definitely.
be. I want to be
Definitely.
the Joe. When I have my kid, I want to be like the Joe Jackson of like podcasts.
Beat
Whoa,
the fuck out of him and be
wow,
like,
man.
dude,
Pretty
make
sure
a
he
funny
like
joke.
molested all of his
I
kids.
mean,
He didn't molest his kids.
Joe Jackson beat his kids into adulthood. dude.
That's Matt's black side coming right out. It's like, what are you talking about? Joe Jackson didn't do nothing wrong.
Wait, who said he molested?
right
his
away.
kids?
touched no
kids.
He ain't touched no goddamn kids. He taught them discipline. Taught them how to dance well.
Who? How do you know this?
It's like they
I think-
all came out that they used to beat the shit out of them.
Beat
and like,
them?
Yeah,
fuck
but
Latoya.
Toya is fucked up. Yeah.
Okay, that's a damning accusation. I won't do
But
that.
how many kids do you
I
have?
can
5?
see that you may have a point.
You'd be surprised how many dads fuck their daughters, and when the oldest one grows up and moves out, they just go to the youngest one. You'd be surprised.
No, apparently, like I said, I was reading the that stat from that thing before, and they
Okay,
were.
that's not funny. I shouldn't.
There's
have
not,
said
it's
that.
not funny. Dude, I was reading a stat before, and they were saying,
Jogging Miller.
dude, from a CDC sample, they did people with like it was either eating disorder or some kind of disorder. 37% of them had been molested.
Yeah.
That's a huge. There was like 23.
Dude, did I
a
get
sample.
molested?
A sample of 23,000
Whacking it
people.
out?
It's literally like the thing
Good.
that fucks you up the most.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's one of those things too when like you start to get close with people, you become like legitimately terrified that they're going to like.
That's why
Fucking
I'm like
hurt you.
kind of like not that jammed up about. I mean, this is gonna sound bad, but like the girls that are sold into sex slavery, and these dudes are just all right, man. Bill, stop. But the dudes who just are trying to get like a 15-year-old fuck on. To me, that's not as bad as like the people that psyop the little kids.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
You
It's
did-
like,
definitely. There's
the
definitely a
psyoping
degree.
the little kids is the thing that's fucking evil.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know.
Not fucking the kid.
Fucking the kid is bad.
It's bad.
I'm not saying
I
it's
think
bad.
they're both evil.
That-
No, they're
They're
both
both
evil,
evil.
but there's
All right.
one.
I hear
Psyop.
you. I
It's
hear
like
you.
it's like teaching a man to fish in the opposite. It's like if you psyop. There was a guy who was
Because
kicking
you're
around.
creating a victim instead
Fucking-
of
yeah,
using
if you,
a victim.
If you give a man
Exactly.
a kid, he's
Like,
going to be hungry
and that's the thing.
exactly.
in a day.
That's
Exactly.
that's the thing with Ghislaine
but if you
Maxwell.
psyop a
But
kid,
if you psyop a
Yeah,
kid, if you
which
teach
is-
a man to psyop
Ghislaine
kids.
Maxwell and Epstein used to psyop the girls, so they were virgins, and they got psyoped into this, and that's why they're the real criminals. All the guys that flew on the plane, like Jesus Christ, the guy that made World of Warcraft was on the island. The fucking
Probably a
the
fun
dude-
island outside of the.
Shame.
dude, you're triggering.
Hollywood,
Eddie.
This is
Hollywood,
what they
dude.
this is what they don't want you to know. They think it's just like, oh, they're having sex with 16-year-olds. There's human sacrificing going on down there, dude.
World of Warcraft guy witnessed a human sacrifice.
I don't know.
This no,
Come
this,
on.
that's
He's on the plane.
that's
He's
the
on the-
first
he's
level.
on the dock,
That's the
dude.
first level of the island.
The guy that
then
made
once
this
you're
Matt Groening went on.
once you're Prince Andrew, the high power elites, dude, they get off the human sacrifice, dude. They're psychopaths. They want power. So the downfall of all great civilizations is human sacrifice. Jones said it. The Mayans, they all start sacrificing
Mayans,
fucking
the
humans.
Romans.
Yeah, the civilizations become vampiric on the children.
Damn.
So someone like
Jones said-
Maxwell would be a procurer, a Renfield.
A Renfield,
Someone
yeah.
who goes and gets the
That's
the
what the
people
Clintons
for the
are,
That's
yeah.
what she's on. There's people on the multiple people on the record coming at her for that.
Yeah.
And supposedly she's ready to talk, but I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I say it.
Was she just like browsing the fashion bug?
What do you mean?
Like
I know
how-
one of us
How do you?
shoplifts their shit from Fashion Bug.
What's Fashion Bug?
It's like a store, like a 15.
I got a DM from a Chris O'Connor.
What do you want?
Who cares?
Maxwell needs to be prosecuted.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Look at the red pills that are being swallowed.
Even liberal ass
midget.
bitch Chris
Even no
O'Connor. I wouldn't
contact,
say
dude.
that. No.
What?
No.
What'd you say?
The little
you
person,
said it.
Chris
Jesus
O'Connor.
Christ, man.
She don't.
Whoa. Oh yeah, Spud's got some Bud Light or Miller Lights in him. I forgot.
Dude, well, that's
Yes.
So we're putting the picture together. Maxwell is gonna. You think they're actually gonna? They'll probably make a show out of her.
No, most of the time she would have been Epstein's handler from Mossad. So he was their operative. She was the handler. They never get in trouble. So
Can
whatever
I-
she's gonna say is fake.
Can I ask a question? So you think the Mossad?
The Mossad did this, yeah.
You think the Jays?
The Jays, yeah.
Why would they do it?
They
To
do.
have the DOS on
This
everybody?
is their CIA, yeah. It's just their CIA.
They have
So what-
blackmail all like the most powerful people.
Yeah,
the,
so-
the British gave them a country and they got their own intelligence agency.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, why not our intelligence agency doing this? Why does it have to be
Oh,
the
I'm
Mossad?
sure we have our own.
It's
but
not the CIA doing this.
We have our own stuff going on, but they think that he's Mossad.
Epstein.
Yeah, well, if he is an operative from Mossad, he would be an operative for anybody because he's compromised across the board. So if the CIA got a hold of him, they would be like, "You work for us now."
What a life, though. You got to give
Yeah.
him that.
But he started out with Ghislaine Maxwell, and her dad was Mossad, so that's why they're saying he's Mossad.
Yeah,
But
there was.
he could have been.
Okay, I was wondering where the connection
Yeah,
was.
at
I'm
some
sorry.
point, like the CIA could have grabbed him and been like, "You're working for us now," and
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Don't
Yeah,
you
that's
think the
what-
Mossad might work for us?
No, because the Mossad did 9/11.
The dancing Israelis, you never saw that video?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I know Trump saw Muslims dancing in Jersey City.
Dude, speaking.
Trump, when it first happened, play the clips. What did Trump say? And then a couple weeks later, after he was basically told by his handlers what to say, you know what I mean?
What was the
What
first
happened?
thing he said?
He was all like, "Let's get these. Let's
Controlled
look into
demolition.
this. This looks like a controlled demolition. I've built a ton of buildings. There's
knows
no way."
construction.
Oh, he
planes
was
did
a
this."
9/11 denier off the bat.
Right off
This
the
is
bat,
before
dude.
like
But then
presidency.
Trump's a fucking moron.
No way,
Dude,
dude.
just instantly is like,
The dude went to the Wharton School of Business. He's smarter than all of us.
go to. Do you think there's just a whole school of people smarter than you right over there?
Well, me
1
and Billy-
trillion percent.
me and
Like,
Billy-
you guys are geniuses.
we
No,
we haven't had too much college.
Yeah.
They're not smarter than you.
Dude, the kids at the Wharton School of Business are
all
as
smarter than you?
balls.
Well-
yes. IQ
I
levels?
hope so. Yeah.
Well, it's like
Okay.
they're definitely
They mob.
rocking. They're,
Okay.
they're probably rocking high SATs.
I mean, street
Sure.
smarts, dude.
yeah, not
maybe
a
not.
chance.
The
Yeah, not a-
Asians, spatial
exactly.
awareness, probably
Yeah,
not.
we were just
Spatial
talking about-
awareness is tough. You
Yeah.
guys are talking
Yeah.
about that?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
I
were.
just walked through fucking Penn Station.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's a
You
video
guys-
game, dude.
It is insane, dude.
Yeah.
I just fucking knock them all over.
Wow.
You just
Wow.
walk.
And
No,
you can,
I
'cause
just
you're
said
so
knock them
beige,
over.
dude.
I just want to walk through there, and there's zero spatial awareness.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
They're fucking.
hilarious.
The Chinese have none.
They're
They would
bumping.
just walk right.
I think
into
they're
you.
probably more used. There's so many people over
Dude,
in like Asian
No, they
countries.
This
just
is-
like their
yeah.
spatial awareness is trash.
Yeah, like
Really?
this,
So, yeah,
in
something
that
about it.
bell curve book, that's part of the IQ
Oh really?
test.
It's
Yeah.
in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, low spatial awareness.
I just.
yeah. That's
gained
where we
it
get
from,
that stat from.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I just gained it from experience.
No, yeah, that's
There was
why-
a
yeah,
family
They should
today-
actually like be like, when they are driving, be like they should have special.
like extra bumpers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's fair, dude.
All right,
bumper
go on. Sorry,
cars.
sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
So
They should have a big wire hanging from the top and just like.
no, yours is funnier. The
Should
fact
just
that
say
Asians
student
should have
Asian.
bumper cars, yeah, with the thing sparking on the roof.
Just so you know, you're like, oh fuck, all right.
Yeah, that can't be original. That Asians should drive bumper cars. I mean, that can't be. That had to be. That's a joke from like as soon as they invented bumper cars, someone was like, "Yeah, Chinks should drive these."
My grandpa probably
You think
did
they used
that.
to call them Asian cars when they first came out? I want to do the Asian cars.
A bumper car.
I want to do the Asian cars, and every 10 seconds on the gas pedal, your thing would just veer to the left and like boom. It's like low speed crashes. Dude, I got in a low speed Asian crash. Some guy bumped into me like 6 miles an hour.
That spark at the top. That's so funny.
Oh, dude, I want to talk about our Uber driver, dude. Me and Spud
Oh,
got
yeah,
the
right.
inside track on how to get multiple wives in a Muslim household.
Nice.
Yo, this shit was fucking wild. Well, the guy we're talking Tinder.
course.
I'm talking Tinder with Spud. I'm like, yo, bro, you keep sending the message. My whole thing was like,
Is it on?
pay for unlimited, swipe as many times as you can.
Spud, you're a handsome dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Tell the base.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, well,
You got to follow. That's what I'm saying. You got to
fix
follow
that
up on
leg
him.
up. Get that leg fixed up. We'll get you out there. We'll get you out there.
Turn that Frankenstein
So,
into
dude-
Frankenfine, baby.
We're talking. We're talking Tinder, and dude, this guy. We're talking Tinder. All of a sudden, we see a big unibrow rise in the rearview mirror. It's the driver. He's got a big Count Chocula brow.
He's got that Muslim brow.
He was Muslim, bro.
Yeah, dude, he fucking pops that brow up, and he was like, "You got to be ruthless out there, bro." He starts talking. He was like, "Yo, He's like, you ever fuck with older women, bro?" He's like, when you were with an older woman, you just feel their pleasure more. Like,
Spade just in the back. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I fuck old and young.
dude, it was so.
You name it, pretty much.
He's driving. He's like, you guys know what I'm saying? Like, you just feel their pleasure. Like, all right, dude. I guess I don't know. He's like, yo, we go down to AC. Oh man, they're just so nice. They're rich. You get. Oh man, you get what you just look. I'm gonna make you feel good. Just take care of me.
Holy shit.
So this
He
guy
was going, oh, we have know this guy
guys
from
got him
Adam,
hard.
dude.
You got him hard as fuck.
We were
Yeah.
in a car for about 3 minutes.
Dude, this guy,
Yeah.
he comes right into it. We're like, what the fuck? And like, we're telling him where we're going to paint. He's like, oh man, I went to high school there, blah blah blah. And then he starts talking about how the fuck. Oh, out of nowhere, he was just like, yeah, I'm married, by the way. And we're like, you're just talking about dogging 50-year-olds in Atlantic City. He was like,
No, I said we were at State Road in Lansdowne, and I was like, most of the girls that like me on the internet are moms.
yeah.
And then he was like, they really appreciate it. And he started talking about the how he could somehow marry his wife's cousin, but explain that.
Oh
'Cause I got
God, yeah. Well, we
confused.
start talking about
Yeah.
multiple. He brings up the thing of multiple. Oh, he was talking about his uncle.
His uncle. She's trying to find.
Yeah.
It's her uncle. She's trying to find
Yep.
a girl for him. His first love.
So his wife's uncle is trying to reunite with his first love as his second wife, and they're 60 years old. What's
He's 60, but she's 55.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have to squat. What's going on?
Nothing.
What's up with the
Got a
sidebar?
text.
They're
Be
laughing.
quiet about it.
text?
Be quiet about it.
Okay.
Christ, he's talking about
So-
multiple wives.
Sorry to the listener. Sorry to the listener. So we're talking about multiple wives. You're right. So the guy, this dude he's in the car telling us how his problem right now is his wife's
is trying-
uncle is trying to bone his first love. 60-year-old married
But
man.
she's already married. He's already married.
He's already married.
And I was like, how's he gonna do that? And she's like, we're Muslim, so we can have more than one wife.
And that's when we were like,
up to 4 wives.
Sick.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
worked
so-
with a guy who had 3 wives, Amir, and he was literally on the phone
Oh my god! Oh my god! Can you imagine?
He's like an Amazon control
were
center guy.
jackhammering.
He was, dude. That's why Muslims are so good. That's why Indians and Muslims are so good at phone centers.
Dude, also,
All they're dealing with so many wives.
also-
They're like, hold on 1 second. I'll take your call. I have to speak to the management now. And you speak to a different wife. Just be like, I will put the dishes away when I get home as soon as possible. Hold on one moment.
Yes,
please.
I'm very sorry about that.
I have a hold on 1 second. I have to put you. Yes, I did not forget to vacuum the steps as well. The steps are very difficult. 1 second, hold on.
they would be extra.
I know the steps are your least favorite.
Yes, we are very sorry for any inconvenience that may have caused. Dude,
Dude.
so then he's telling us this. We're like, what the fuck? This dude's 60. He's like, that's what I told her. It's forbidden because you need to get your wife's consent in order to get a second wife.
And
So you got to
then now we're
screen
getting
this
to
to
the
your
meat of
wife.
this.
But-
Now we're
Now
getting the meat. Check this out.
This
So
is the
he
meat.
was like,
I don't think it's hard to get Muslim women's consent as a
Oh,
Muslim man
wait.
that you're married
We're
to.
about to hear
he's
about
trying to
this.
paint the picture like it's even Steven, even though I was dying to be like, well, can your wife have an extra husband? But I didn't want to rock this dude's world.
You would get.
He's no
He would
cuck.
crash the car immediately. he would.
Matt was, well, I said
You would
Matt,
crash into
Matt
a
got
Christian
nervous
van.
because
He
he
would
was
crash.
talking about the prophet, and I was like, the prophet
He
was
started-
a bad boy.
He said,
Prophet was a bit of a bad. The prophet would have been on the island.
And he said
Yeah,
that
the
he
prophet.
meant-
The
he-
prophet would have been.
well,
on the
here's
island.
his rationale.
Wait,
It's
here's
so
his
fucking
rationale.
funny, dude.
He says that Muhammad married a girl 20 years younger than him to protect her. But I was like, he was 29.
I heard that on
was
Dateline a
26.
million
Exactly.
times.
Yeah.
Came here to tell her how not good this is, and that she should be safe on the internet.
That's what we were saying.
But I looked it up, and you're not allowed to have sex with little girls. But if you have impure thoughts and you get hard, you can rub your boner on their thighs and stuff. You're allowed
okay,
to do
that's
that.
fair.
Dude,
According
how
to
sick
what?
would it be if Muhammad got
The Quran.
Chris
What?
Hansen?
Yeah, half of the book also is about
Chris
killing
Hansen
all
walked
of us,
into a
so.
tent with, or if Muhammad came into a tent with like 6 jugs of wine and was just like, I was just here to.
There's just 2 goats and 6
Sorry,
jugs of
I was
wine.
just here to talk to her. I was not. I'm
here to
stupid.
protect
I'm
her.
so stupid.
I want to make sure she's not going to do this. To
There's
someone else.
there's a wagon of gold chalices behind him. He's like, "What are the gold chalices about?" He's like, "It is nothing, just a small gift."
What are these lambskin condoms?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and take a seat there on the rug there, would you? It's like, what,
You're not-
this rug? This is a good rug. Yes, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck. This is the first time I've ever done something like
Wow, they all say the same thing, dude. Just
Dude,
the pop
so
squad.
he's like, so I'm like, we're asking him like, wait, so you got to screen this through your wife? And he was like, yeah, man, that's why I'm mad at my wife because basically, and this dude, it's a legitimate thing to go to your wife, but you're not giving me enough sex. I need enough sex,
Yeah,
therefore
they
I
have
need a new wife.
contracts.
Dude,
Another Muslim guy I worked with, Jalil, told me about.
Muslims got this shit right.
Yo, this guy goes,
this
he
is
goes,
great.
well, look, man, and this is how he defends it. He goes, well, look, you guys know men are stronger in sex than women. I was like, say that again, bro.
He's right.
What's that mean?
Yep.
He
I
basically
heard you.
by being like a man needs to come more than we're stronger in sex, dude. Our boners hurt and we need to come all the time.
yeah,
so you can
bro.
go to your wife, and he goes, for example, my wife has a cousin that
She has 4 kids.
has 4 kids and no husband. I could marry her. She's 23 years old. But and we were like, yeah, dude, you're gonna get some pussy. He goes, it's not about pussy. It's about protecting her. That comes later. So you can marry so you can go to your wife and like,
Okay.
I gotta protect your cousin.
Maybe Epstein was just trying to protect everyone, dude.
Maybe,
Maybe he was
Maybe he was a
Muslim.
bit of a protector, like Chris Kyle.
He was only good
much
point.
like Chris Kyle.
Don't do that.
Instead of sniping, you think he was
But dude, Epstein was only getting massages, so maybe he was just rubbing his boner on him. Maybe Epstein was a Muslim. Maybe this whole thing's a farce.
There is they are trying to push Muslims on us. Yeah.
Whoa. What? Who is?
Yeah, that's like a whole thing. Like that's like a whole theory, trying to push Muslims into countries because it breaks up the family, turns into socialism. Oh yeah.
the
Sorry,
fuck
guys.
told you this?
Sorry, guys. That's all
are
I'm
Muslims
taking
are Muslims socialists?
Muslims love families.
away.
Muslims are incredibly.
Yeah, multiple families. Yeah.
Oh, you're saying the law, the difference in law, like
difference
Sharia
in
law.
law, yeah.
'Cause then you
Sharia
enter
law.
this.
Sharia laws.
You're allowed to marry multiple wives under Sharia law. So that's the question.
Okay.
That's the question of multiculturalism. If Muslims move into America, can they have? Well, I guess
Can they observe their religion?
Mormons.
Yeah, Mormons.
So
Mormons
we
can.
allow multiple wives.
Yeah.
So I guess you would be allowed.
Yeah,
to do
whatever. But the cool thing about that
Build a
was the
wall.
dude goes.
Yeah, that's such a good answer to all that. It's just like, wait, what about this? What about that? Just somebody be like,
Build a
how
wall.
about you just build a fucking wall? I'm not gonna. I wouldn't say something like that though.
Oh, Spade
It's
just
on.
cut his mic.
Sorry. The cool.
You gotta tilt that. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
No, it's
Sorry.
not his fault.
He's
This
so
thing's
emo, dude.
loose and it's fucking.
He
up.
fiddles with it.
No, I
No,
don't.
it's
Dude,
not,
I'm
dude.
trying
He's
to
been
tighten it because it
fiddling
keeps
with it.
falling.
Yeah, this thing
it
keeps.
just keeps falling, dude.
This thing's like a compass. It
sabotaging
keeps
himself.
spinning north.
Now, but the cool thing is the dude. So the whole thing is the girl, his wife was like, "I'm gonna help my uncle get some sniz," and he was like, "Don't do that. It's forbidden." what if I tried to have sex with your cousin and gave her like this whole full-on plan?
I would
that
never
he
even think about it.
premeditated- It's like, I'm not saying that I would do this, but I mean, your cousin has 4 kids and she needs a husband, and it's like that wife's just crab clawing, dude, like staring at the ceiling, spinning.
Yeah, well,
Like, what's going
she
on?
said
The Mr. Krabs meme. This is like
Krabby Swirls,
this
but I
is-
love crab.
This is
crab
Gen
claw.
4 of this meme for space.
no. He said though.
Crab manning, crab swirling, all these things.
He said
Crabbing.
he said that his
It's been
wife.
called crabbing.
Yeah, the wife's just sitting there going, what?
No, he said his wife was like, yeah, but I'll never neglect you sexually.
Yeah,
like
that was her comeback, which is awesome. And like
never
what I
gonna
wanted to
put that
say when
pussy
you were
on
talking
ice.
about this, that day when you dropped me off, right? I end up with Robbie. Robbie, shout out Robbie, Native American. He gets a piece of the casinos. 12 G's a month, dude.
Damn.
Robbie used to be Christian as fuck. But Robbie got angry with his bae, dude. His bae has some kids. They're a piece of the tribe. So the kids are getting taken care of. That ain't no problem. So Robbie's getting 12 G's a month, drives a brand new Tundra. What up?
Damn.
And Robbie's got a new girlfriend that he talks to on the Apple Watch. His girlfriend's hot as a stripper, bro. And when she calls him during work, dude, is he sitting there going like, hey, babe, what's up? Okay, sweetheart, okay. No, he's like, yo, I'm at work right now. What the fuck you want? No, I can't talk to you. It's fucking sick, dude.
That's awesome.
Robbie's the fucking man. But you're saying Muslims know how to take care of it. I'm just saying
So
Native
do Native
Americans
Americans,
too.
yeah.
Shout out Native Americans.
Native
Yeah.
Americans and Moz do also. They control their sniz proper.
And Indians. I'm not saying you should control them, but they do know how to
Indians
talk to them
say-
on a level playing field.
they say they talk to their girlfriends well.
yes,
They
very
say,
well.
send us our fucking bobs.
That's fucking-
Send the fucking vagine now, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
That's a good point. That's something we could fucking welcome.
We do need to welcome several
White
things from
guys
other
might
cultures.
be the most pussy whipped
Yes, dude,
out of
definitely.
all the dudes.
But
with-
dude, Robbie, we're
without
painting
a
a room.
doubt.
It's me, Savage.
Shit.
Dude, me, Savage, Malky, and Robbie in a room painting, and he gets a call, gets his watch, and goes, "Not right now, babe. I'm still at work." And walks out of the room, and I looked at Malky. I was like, "That's how you fucking do that, dude." And he goes, "Yep."
Damn.
But it's like it takes white dudes like a whole fucking 15 years to figure that out.
True.
Robbie just came Native American,
Obviously.
12 grand a month. I mean, imagine getting 12 G's a
Yeah,
month.
that's
dude.
True.
insanity.
Jesus Christ, man. Talk about UBI. Woo. Woo.
God
Shout
damn.
out casinos, dude.
Shout out the Cassinis. By the way,
Styling,
what?
profiling,
that word.
kid stealing.
Cassinis was the start of all that. The fucking CITES, the way that like
Oh,
Cassinis.
okay, that's how that morphed.
Cassinis. That was the first one. Down at the Cassini. Yeah.
Lingo history.
That's
You
the
have a bunch of kids
that's
on
the
Reddit
spawn.
jerking off now.
Cassinis.
Damn.
Wow, Cassinis. No, the Muzz definitely have that down,
Yeah.
and you gotta give them some.
You
put
just gotta
respect
work
on
on
their
it.
I
name.
also had another Uber ride with Two Gun Tony, and
Fuck,
Two
shout
Gun
out Two Gun
Tony,
Tony.
he
What's
felt
Two
me
Gun
out
Tony?
for a while to see if it was okay to talk about how the neighborhoods in Philly had turned to shit, and then he went off, dude, talking about how he killed a couple dudes back in the day.
He kind of called it
Dude was the
today.
man.
Yeah.
He kind of called that some neighborhoods are bad today.
Oh,
as
yeah,
there's
that was
a
wild,
mass
dude.
shooting.
Here, let me fix Spade's mic. This is
Sorry.
killing me. Oh, no, it's not your fault. All right, fix the mic. We're all good here. That dude,
I'll show you. Yeah. Oh, now mine's broke.
Spud's mic. Every time it would just literally float to like the left. It was just. It wasn't your
It's a
fault,
ghost
bro.
of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, sorry.
There's Epstein, dude.
Shut up.
Wow. Yeah. Spooky. Shut the fuck up.
Seriously, guys, not fucking cool.
Wait, isn't Epstein like is it perhaps that Epstein is a white hat in this?
No.
I don't know.
They
I
like
don't
to
know,
do that.
dude.
They like to do that in these conspiracy theories where they bring the victim into the.
Name one.
But I just thought this other dude.
He's getting set up.
Once you guys showed me the now this is gonna sound bad too, but once you guys showed me the picture of Bill dressed like a girl, I was like, man, how cool is it to hang out with these guys? They
Oh,
might be
yeah.
funny
Yeah,
as
man.
fuck.
Yeah, that came
know
out.
what I
That's
mean?
fucking crazy.
They might be funny fucking dudes to chill with. It's like they just got that one problem.
But
with
like,
that
who's
young
going?
snitch.
These guys must know to keep it quiet because who's going to that office and not going like
Oh, yeah.
That's pre-camera phone.
Well, you can also get shot in the fucking head.
yesterday? I mean, these
They
it's
just-
at his
they just
house.
got it.
Oh, you mean the photograph of the painting?
That's just at his house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, it's also like you definitely don't want to leak. If you're down on an island full of a guy running like a pedophile
this is at his
sex
house
ring,
in New York.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I mean,
Did
Bannon
you see
was
what
there.
Sam Hyde's doing with that?
what?
You see Sam Hyde?
Oh yeah,
at all?
I saw Sam
Leroy?
Hyde and Banksy.
At Leroy,
Yeah,
like spray painting at Leroy on things. They've spray painted at Leroy.
What
on,
is that?
on Epstein's.
That's it. Leroy
houses.
is Sam Hyde's Instagram.
Okay.
So at
That is
Leroy
fucking
on
hilarious.
on
Yeah.
Epstein's house in New York and his house in West Palm Beach. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It's weird that people hate him. I got my
Sam
wisdom.
Hyde's the fucking.
I got my wisdom tooth pulled, right? Whoa, bro.
sorry.
Yo, I got my wisdom tooth pulled, and I was on anesthesia, so I was fucked up. And Matt picked me up. Matt dropped me off at his house and was like, yo, chill here for a while until you recover. Puts on $1 Million Extreme. The funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, dude.
It's ahead of its time.
I've
bro.
never seen this shit before. I thought this was funny as fuck. Then I'm like, people hate Sam Hyde. I'm like, how, dude? Funny as fuck.
Dude, my friend Burke did $1 Million Extreme back when they were just started in Brooklyn. Like when they just started.
I'm like interviewing the chicks on the street.
I've been on fucking $1 Million Extreme since literally
Dude, I
day
just
one.
showed
found
it to
out
me,
about
yeah.
it.
Like I showed it, dude. I was so hyped when they
It's
got a
funny,
fucking
man.
adult. So dude, $1 Million Extreme is
When they are
so fucking funny.
the sketch or whatever, when they're sitting there with that mom on the couch, that was funny as shit, dude.
Oh my
Dude,
god!
everything they do.
When they interviewed hipsters in Brooklyn, that might have been the funniest.
Williamsburg?
At Williamsburg.
It's Williamsburg.
You're like, did your dad pay for this?
Dude, anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
so
getting
that-
off track. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad we got the full scoop right now on Epstein.
I mean, it's not
The
the full
thing-
scoop,
It's not
but
full.
it's a good enough.
The
yeah.
thing about
it's boring to people,
the
man.
thing,
No,
no,
it's
it's not, dude. The thing, more people now are getting engaged. There's a lot of people now are trying to play catch up because they've definitely missed.
That's what I'm saying. O'Connor's sitting there texting. That's what I was saying to you on the phone. O'Connor's going to sit there and text Shane, Maxwell needs to be locked up. Now, he just put his little foot in the pool, dude.
I know.
I'm the fucking lifeguard, baby.
I know.
Let's go.
Well, the whole thing of honeypotting was like that was a conspiracy theory of itself. Like the CIA
dude.
bringing people in to like have sex with kids and like
They get
I mean,
compromise
sexual
them?
blackmail is one thing, right? Sexual blackmail is one thing. Pedophile blackmail is the ultimate.
yeah.
And they've been doing this shit since after World War II. So there's records of this. Actually, there's dudes that think that Woodrow Wilson was compromised into letting the IRS exist. So
What?
before we had income tax, there's no way. Like, that's the most un-American thing ever.
Yeah.
And then they think that he got compromised. And, dude, I don't know enough about it, but that is something that I've heard before.
That makes
That
sense.
Woodrow Wilson got compromised by, like, the bankers because Abraham Lincoln was like, there's never going to be a central bank in the United States.
Yeah.
And he printed his own money, being like, fuck you guys. And he got the Russians to help fight the Civil War. And shout out to all the manlets. Most Civil War fighters were 5'4", 125 pounds.
Were they really? It was a
Oh,
war,
yeah,
man.
Little guys, dude.
Tiny
The
time.
war of manlets, dude.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, we lost 660,000 manlets.
mostly diarrhea. Most of the manlets couldn't handle their chow.
Mostly,
A lot of the chow was too much for the manlets.
mostly to infections and diarrhea. True.
It was just guys across the field like looking at each other like shitting like oh.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, the people want more history cast, dude.
Bro.
You gotta do a history cast.
I mean, more people died of diarrhea than bullets in the Civil War.
Fuck
that sounds
yeah,
pretty
dude.
shitty.
Now that's why the Kenworth kid's here, dude. That's why we bring in the Kenworth.
How
Back it
funny
up,
is that?
dude.
That's
Back
a
up the
that's a funny stat. That's
That's a Kenworth backing
Yo,
in.
how
for
about
a
we
fucking
talking to
joke.
Billy and the beeps happen, dude? It's so loud.
It's
It's
amazing.
not that
Yeah.
loud, dude. You're a pussy.
I have my
Whoa.
parrot on, dude. It's loud as shit.
I have my parrot on every day. I've had it on longer than you.
you probably have like
Wow.
hearing damage though.
Nope. Not me, bro.
Not me.
Dude,
Bulletproof, dude.
no, I was telling Brittany about the other day.
Huh.
When you were a baby, I swear to God, I'm not making this
can't
up.
wait
You
for
still
this.
had your rooting reflex.
What?
Your rooting reflex when
Tell us
babies
that.
instinctively search for the nipple.
Yeah.
I used to hold you and you used to suck my nipples when you were a baby,
Chill,
dude.
You would suck your nipples?
When he was a baby, he would suck. You would try to
You
suck my
couldn't
nipples.
miss
I mean,
me.
stop.
No way. No
You
way.
tried to suck nips?
No.
He was a
way.
baby. It was instinct. You can't.
No
You
way.
can't hold it against him.
Don't say no way. It's okay, dude.
Dude, it's fine.
It's nothing wrong. You were.
See, Bill, you know why I'm not gay? I never had it because never had a mom.
Yeah, right. That's even gayer, dude.
No, it's not funny to say gay.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
laughing
yeah.
at the
Guys,
rooting reflex.
can we stop?
No, but no, it was.
I
I was-
told you that.
Silly,
it
it's
was-
silly.
I remember that when you
Dude,
were
that's
little.
probably
You
why
wish,
Rogan said
dude.
silly.
You wish.
When he said silly instead of gay.
That's probably when he's like, "Oh, that's silly." It's like, "Oh, okay, I got
I'm
you."
trying
He's
to-
dog whistling. He's dog whistling.
I'm bringing it back.
What?
What? Gay?
Nah, I didn't say that.
Let us say it.
Silly?
Yeah.
Wink and nod?
No, dude. You used to try to suck my nipples.
Justin.
You did. It's okay. He was
You
a baby,
wish, dude. You
were
wish.
not even
You
a
don't
year
remember.
old.
You don't remember. You
Yo,
don't
I
know
remember
this.
he was.
What
not
else
a
were
year
you
old.
getting me to do, dude?
That was. I was trying to hold
Was
you.
I touched?
You touched me.
Dude, was he touched?
No, he touched me.
How weird was it when he went?
Dude,
Were you
he-
just trying to
clamped-
protect me?
You,
Did he latch? Did you let him latch?
he
dude?
clamped on me one time, dude. It was like what
Is
just
this why you like getting your nipples sucked so much?
could be. No, they're just
Yeah,
really
you do
sensitive.
like nipple play, dude.
I do. It makes me come immediately.
But I love
the,
chicks.
no, dude, it wasn't your fault. You loved tits so much, you tried to suck me.
Yeah, dude. It
It's
ended
so
up
chill
being
that I would
straight.
do that for you.
No,
It is
really.
chill.
You were a baby, and it was a rooting reflex, and I was the first time holding you. You went and latched onto my nipple, and I'm like, ah, what the fuck?
And now you get hard because of that.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're flipping this. You're trying so hard to
You gay.
This is jujitsu, dude.
I mean,
Matt has
dude,
you down, bro.
Matt's got you,
Matt's
dude.
got you
can't
down,
The
dude.
more you
myself,
resist,
I'm
the
little.
more you
suckled.
resisting from this choke, the deeper the chokes get.
Suckle the
It's
male
not-
nip.
I'm saying
dude.
it's not a
Dude.
big deal. It was just a good memory I had. I was like,
Guys.
oh, that was so cute
Guys.
when you tried to suck my nipples when you were a baby.
Why are we even fighting? What are we talking about?
What are we even arguing about, dude? Why are we even arguing? We're all
all
friends.
bros.
Why are we
Fight
even
about
talking about
We're all friends and we're all family. Can we please stop?
like,
True. That was just a good memory.
We were
I
talking
thought-
about something else way cooler before this, so let's talk about that.
I mean, dude,
How freaking horrible is Jeffrey Epstein and the Democrats?
honestly, fuck Democrats. And I was never breastfed, and it doesn't make me sad at all.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you have a fucking long. You have a long and sordid fucking biography.
I was breastfed for 5 days, dude. I don't even remember it.
No one likes you. Yeah.
You're the opposite of everything
Bastard
you're
in a
fighting
basket,
against, dude.
literally.
What do you mean?
Bastard in a basket.
Bibby.
Bastard in a basket. Wow, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's way funny. Let's talk about
What's way funnier?
That I don't have a family.
Spud
I love
Dog's-
how, dude, I've been
Spud
hitting
Dog's
Billy
an
with like,
orphan.
Billy like goes, he's like, I gotta go home for Mara's birthday. I was like, why the fuck you gotta go?
that. Oh, that was great. He's sitting there like this. Who the fuck has birthday parties for their fucking brothers and sisters? And like in my head, I'm just like, damn, maybe he's right. Is my family just being like gay about birthdays? They are like in their 20s. And I'm like, oh, wait. Spade family hates him, dude.
Oh yeah, Spud's a bastard in a basket. Dude, you're like you're a superhero designed to fucking take down the fucking Mossad
Oh, let's go. I like the sounds of this.
and the CIA, dude. You
Way cool.
the CIA and all those motherfuckers that are
Alright.
born into it.
Yeah.
They were fucking born with a silver spoon and born into this secret society.
Not you, bro.
You were born into a fucking shed, dude. You were born into a manger surrounded by asses.
That's true. And mythologically speaking, you are the hero.
I do
Mythologically,
love myths, dude. I also do love Harry Potter.
You are the mythological.
Yeah.
Also, too, I will say there is something to be said about your resilience.
I am a resilient
Admirable.
dude. Definitely.
Admirable.
Thank you.
yeah.
But yeah, you are the
A lot of people
mythological
would have
hero.
cashed in already.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like watching Epstein be like, that dude definitely did not kill himself.
Yeah, I have a hard time. Although someone just busted my pedophile ring, I might be like, "Eeh."
Not know how to
Yeah,
handle the
dude.
pressure.
I mean, he filed.
I don't think he
appeals.
could have. That was the thing. I don't think he could have
He's
killed
filing
himself.
appeals. Like he was fighting it.
He beat it once too.
Yeah, he
and
beat
it's
it
not like
once.
he was that worried about people knowing he was a pedophile because he still was
Let me
a
unlock
pedophile.
this level of the game.
He
for
got
you.
busted. He
His original plea deal makes all the co-conspirators immune.
I know.
It gives them immunity.
Yeah.
If he dies, that immunity goes away.
Ooh.
If they fake his death and take it away and just say to the public that he's dead, death certificate and everything, all the co-conspirators will go down.
They're still on the
Yesterday, Bill Barr had a
Oh.
conference saying, "Don't worry, victims. You will have justice. We're going to go after all co-conspirators." Who signed his? I mean, dude,
Who was the guy who signed it? What was the guy's name?
Bill Clinton was his name.
What?
Yes, the Clinton Foundation, the CFR, the Trilateral Commission, the Deep State signed. They were his references when he got
For the
his
plea
original
deal.
plea
Yeah.
deal.
Damn,
You
bro.
know? No, it's just I'm sitting here thinking like I believe everything you just said.
Yeah.
By the way, it's just funny that podcasts are what's going to bring down.
Oh yeah, podcasts will bring down the Deep
as
State.
soon
yeah.
as soon as like the technology advanced to that every retard in the country could talk,
Yes.
like people were like, "Hey, I did research," because no one else is doing research.
I know.
Everyone's just doing their job.
So I
Yeah.
was on the
You go to work.
trans and
Yeah.
Dude.
I read this thing.
It's like, this is what it took
They're
to
called
bring
open
down.
source investigations. It's
crazy.
future.
That's how
Yeah,
Matt's
man.
going to take down the PPA.
That's how
bro.
I'm taking on the PPA.
Fuck the PPA,
I'm
dude.
becoming. I'm calling on all citizens to become open source investigators. It's like now that with the information at your fingertips, there's no
Freedom of
the
Information
press
Act,
has to be
dude.
wrestled out.
If
of the
anybody
hands.
bothers you, go on the internet and dig up dirt on them.
Yeah, or
That's
just
what we're saying.
in general, it's like the press has to be taken out of the hands of the elite. People,
Wow,
people, been,
Matt.
people been
They
propagandized.
wanted, when the founding fathers founded America, dude, they wanted people like InfoWars. That's what they
sure.
wanted. They
That's
didn't
what
want
they wanted. That's what
CNN.
Jefferson wanted.
Yeah.
Jefferson was fighting Muslims, dude.
True, he was. The
He
Barbary
was.
States?
Yes, dude. Wow, this is why we need a history podcast, dude.
What happened?
I love this fucking dude.
No, that was like one of our first.
Yeah, that was like yeah, dude.
When we got attacked by
Took on those
Muslims on the
fucking
high seas.
muzzy pirates. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why- that's
the
why we
Barbary
have
States,
certain
like North
shit.
Africa.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. The Muzzies were coming after
Pretty
us.
much
People don't
modern
talk-
day Algeria.
People don't talk about that.
Dude, they invaded Europe 500 times before we invaded them 12 times for the Crusades.
Dude,
Really?
how about the Polacks taking them down though?
See,
a
I
lot of
don't know
people,
enough, man.
a lot of people don't give the Polacks credit.
Yeah,
Everybody,
they make fun of them.
everybody
Saying
historically is like, yeah, you're pretty easy to get invaded.
thick roots. I've said that before.
The Polacks with their thick roots took on the Muzz, dude.
That must have been a hellish battle, dude.
Thick dongs were his fucking.
You see like a sea of big fat square heads coming down at you. It's like, oh!
There was a time where Sissy had a little revolving door of boyfriends coming around, and what shut it down? Polak.
What happened?
My sissy, dude.
It was your sissy.
His sister.
Yeah.
Your sister had a revolving door.
Well, a lot of dudes coming around, right?
A lot of Polish?
No. A lot
then
of
one
dudes coming
Polak
around,
came
and
down.
then one Polak came in and was like, all right, let's
Plugged
go.
it right up.
Wow.
Lock
let's
the
go.
gates.
Yeah.
Yo, they have thick hogs.
Let's
dude.
go, babe.
Finger in the dike
The
type
baby's
situation.
married, let's go.
Wow.
You got Polish blood.
No,
well,
I
in
don't.
your family.
Yes, there are Polacks in my family. I also have a little person, too.
Yeah, he was on Barstool for doing fucking Olympic lifts.
I
I
have
love
a,
Barstool.
He's
Dude,
strong
I
as
have a cousin. I have a cousin that's like famous for lifting.
Yeah.
For being
He's a little person, and
He's
he
a
lifts.
midget.
a midget that lifts.
Bill, can he lift more than you?
Fuck no, I'll kick his ass, dude.
What's he putting up?
Dude, he has a custom Jeep and he's another midget girlfriend. He's the man.
Damn, dude, you and him must have a fucking rivalry.
Is she jacked too?
Oh no,
What's his thing?
Jeremy. I don't know his real
Wait,
name.
is she jacked? Is it like midget China?
Dude, he found her on the internet because he became famous.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's famous.
that's all you need.
He's actually famous. I mean, if you look him up.
Yeah.
Funniest part, what's kind of fucked up, he kind of looks like Spade, even though Spade's adopted, and they're
I'm
not
gonna flip
related.
this fucking table, dude.
Flip the table, dude.
Watch out, Billy will
Billy-
suck your fucking
Billy's-
nipples.
Billy's
Billy's
Billy's still trying to get out of the smoking rubble he's been left in, dude.
What in the fuck happened to you, man?
Dude, you guys are just...
Billy's wearing a fucking firefighter helmet and a megaphone. He's just like, we're going to get the sons of bitches who did this to us.
Yo, did you ever get into internal family systems?
What's that?
What you said just reminded me of that.
I'm still trying to incorporate the interaction grid.
Interaction grid.
That's dude. This will help you, dude. Internal family
That's
systems.
Spade's cousin.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Your cousin
Is yoked.
Yoked, bro.
is a midget deadlifting 225 right now.
Yeah,
I can do that.
lift
Like
way
I said,
more
I can
than
bench
me.
press
I mean-
that, but okay.
Yeah, but he's a midget
Yeah, it's
deadlifting.
it's
But he just
easier
said,
for
dude,
him.
you
How
can
many
lift
times?
more than you.
No,
10?
I asked if he could, dude. I asked if he
Wow.
could. Don't get defensive,
Bro,
bro.
I had you beat severely, boy.
What?
Hilarious. No. Now it's all gone. Now I if
What were you putting
225
up?
would collapse on me.
What were you putting up?
I did 225?
Yeah.
10 times.
Significantly more than
Dude,
that.
Shane, get big again, dude.
I know.
Yeah,
I gotta
get
get swole
yoked,
again.
bro.
I'm being a
Get
fat
the
fucking
gym.
Get
pussy.
alpha, dude.
I'm such a fat pussy.
Get that
Today
cool
before
surfer
the
hair,
cast-
dude. If you got the cool surfer hair, okay.
Cool
Just
surfer
paint a
hair.
picture.
I have about a year left of hair.
Let
Get
it
the
roll.
fuck outta here
Wild.
with
But
that.
dude,
No, it's going fast, dude.
Really?
You should see my bed I sleep in. Just filled with hair.
There's no better time to turn all your fat into muscle.
Dude, that's
dude.
the biggest
Well,
Irish,
Get fucking
dude.
Yeah.
Irish jokes. Like all the dudes I work with are like, you got more on your, or what is it? You know, I bet your pillow's got hair on it, and they all laugh about it at the
crazy.
paint store, dude. Yeah,
Oh, have you seen this guy?
Damn.
That's Spud's cousin, dude. He's a jacked midget.
he's jacked as fuck.
That's
Dude.
awesome.
Yeah.
that's a man.
He gets internet play. Yeah. So he found a bay on the internet and they custom made a Jeep for him so he could drive to go meet her in the Midwest. It's got like long pedals so he can drive a regular car.
Damn.
It's not fucked up that I say this because it's a little person.
Super
Yeah, they have
cute.
little pedals for him. That makes sense. Who? What make and model? Power Wheel.
It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up.
It's over.
Yeah,
Shut it
it's
down.
over.
Shut it down, dude.
Jeremy, if you're listening,
Shut it
dude,
down.
you're the man. Shout out Jeremy,
No.
the man.
What make and model? Shut it down.
How much do his plastic tires cost?
This is Matt, not me.
Yeah, what's that about 80 pony power? Come on, not as good.
He peels out. You see a Power Wheel peel out? It's like
Yeah, dude. Dude's the man. Dude's the man.
seems like the fucking man.
He was a wrestling champion, like
I'm just razzing
out
him.
in like Kennett or something.
I'm just razzing.
The local circus.
Dude, imagine, dude, yo, here's one thing, right? Imagine you're in high school and you're like a wrestler. You're
Yeah.
a regular ass wrestler.
The mind fucking
So,
is having
hey,
the cuz
guess
come
what?
out.
You're probably what, 5'2"? Anyway.
True.
And here comes a jacked
Here comes a
midge.
fucking jacked LP, bro, in your face. Good luck, bro.
Yo.
And then you're beat by a midge, dude.
Oh,
the dude was a
dude.
champ.
Oh, that you'd have to give him the belt immediately.
He's a powerlifting
You're not arm
midge.
locking him.
Do they
Nah,
have
that's
high
not
school
happening,
wrestling?
bro.
High school wrestling? Do they have the belt?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
You get
I
to
think
come in
just-
with it and be
You
like,
should.
You
You
know what
should
they
have
do?
the
They
belt.
do throw the hands up.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they throw
You
the
start
hands
giving
up.
them like the belt.
Jesus Christ.
Don't think about it.
I might petition.
That would be sick. Have the hardcore belt. Get to hit him with chairs and shit. Sorry. So,
Dude, that fucking
I
killed
mean,
me.
Power Wheels.
Dude, sorry.
It's one of the
Oh,
better jokes.
Dude,
I mean,
it's
can I steal
fine,
that?
It's
For sure,
fine.
That's all right,
for
good,
sure.
good,
Guys
good,
are
good.
gonna. Hey man, Jeremy, if you're listening, bro, I know you're not, but whatever.
Yo, he's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Him
I
and
wouldn't call
him and
him
the
a
buddies will be in the gym, dude. They'll fucking laugh that off.
Dude's been laughing off midget jokes.
What's funny is
since he was born.
he's cut. He looks exactly like one of those. Remember, you ever have a Hulk Hogan buddy doll? He's built. Him and the buddy dolls would have like a good fight.
Dude, the weird
Him
thing.
versus the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan buddy dolls, the wrestling dolls you sleep with, they're literally cut from the same cloth.
True.
Dude, the weird thing is, like, I got, you know, like, I
That'd
got
be
thrown into a whole other family after my mom died, right?
What'd she die
And-
of?
What's that?
What'd she die of?
Cancer.
No, I'm kidding.
So anyway, I got thrown into. I
What a
got
fucking idiot!
thrown into a whole other family, and
Are you
like,
sure
out
it
of,
was cancer? Or are you sure it wasn't the?
might have been the deep state.
Could have been the Trump CIA.
Yeah.
No.
Trump CIA would prepare their fucking hero. Dude,
Please.
sir, you got to do some
Please.
evil shit to get a monster. And
I'm drawing the line.
Well, they're
I'm
gonna-
drawing the line.
they're
You
gonna
gotta
need-
create. You gotta create a monster.
they're
man.
going to need a
fresh.
monster.
Don't be fresh.
No,
I'm
no,
drawing the
no.
line.
No, I'm not being fresh. Hold on,
Being fresh
McCuskers.
about his mom.
Let me talk to you, McCuskers.
McCuskers.
I'm not being fresh about your mom. I'm saying
Yeah.
there's an outside shot that the Trump CIA knew
in the past. They could
in the past.
because of the time traveling conspiracy.
You think
the
they sent
moonwalk-
Michael Jackson
Baron
back
Trump,
in time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey,
Mike
I'm with
MJ
you. I'm
walked back
feeling
in
you on
time.
this. You really pumped me up.
Here
with
we
this.
go.
Oh, I see where he's going.
Yeah,
I like
they're
this.
like,
I like
this
this.
is like Terminator.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Terminator Salvation.
Oh,
They're like, we need to go
fucking
back
A,
in time and
dude.
be like, this is going to be our fucking guy.
God
He's
damn,
going
you're
to
the
protect
man.
us from the drones.
God damn it, dude.
And then
This pumps me up.
they gave your mom cancer. And now you're naked
Yeah, I'm
and
just
you're
like
reborn.
flexing so hard as fuck right now.
You're jacked. You've been doing those biceps.
You said
Yeah,
so this
he's
is
been
this is
doing
a person you
some
said from your second family.
Oh yeah, so I'm saying like, so I met this new family. I'm like, all right, this is my stepfamily
So it's
or
not
whatever.
genetic,
But
it's
out of
like-
all of them, like his parents are cool as fuck.
Are they really?
Oh yeah, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like I love him. Christmas, Thanksgiving, I'm like, what's up? And like he never even shows up because why? He's so busy, he's famous.
I mean, his dad's that's a good that's a good dad though. You have a mid son, you're like, all right, motherfucker, let's
And,
go.
and he was like, yo,
Deadlifts.
dude, gave the basement to him, made him lift,
Made it his ludus.
made him move Ludus, dude.
Damn,
You
dude.
know how many times I wanted a Ludus? My dad was like, "Hey, cool, you're on your own later."
Yeah, go smoke pot.
Yeah,
Get out of
he'll be
here.
a fucking jerk off.
Dude, that's exactly what you needed.
No way, dude.
That's exactly.
Dude,
No, no,
Shane's
no.
right, dude. It's my creation story. I
That's
love
true.
It.
That's
needed-
your origin
you
story.
needed-
Origins unknown.
You needed a dark origin, dude. Otherwise, how would you do this? How would you
That's
do what
true.
you're doing right now?
Kid stealing.
That's true.
How would you do that? Are you doing? Are you doing a?
I'm just so psyched about Ric Flair.
Are you doing a Ric Flair pedophile?
Oh, dude.
Dude.
Kid stealing, island visiting.
Island dealing.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Dude, I went to a party Saturday. This might have been
Epstein. Kid stealing.
I haven't laughed this hard. I was at a party and this dude, it's hard to explain this dude. It was like I met him last year. It's kind of a dude like people like clown on this guy like constantly. Like fuck with him. Good sport. Like this year shows up, has a fucking Kangol bucket hat on.
Regular dude, we know.
Yeah,
right?
no, this is just a dude.
Hello,
It's like
uncool Jay.
yes.
You're gonna kill yourself, dude.
You just tell me Epstein, bro. Come on.
Dude, so he's like, it's hard to explain this dude, but he's like, he kind of gets clowned all the time. He like last year at this party seriously wrestled two girls at the in the end of like the little
Incredible.
fucking swimming pool.
Well, this guy rules.
Got beat up, dude.
He lost. He took an L.
But he's the fucking funniest dude, nicest guy in the world. He we're eating water ice and like he just like will come up. It's like the little shit he does makes me laugh. Like we're eating water ice. Like they had like a water ice truck come up. And he like just casually like pops a song in his pocket and just chills there with music on his phone.
Oh my god.
And then like
Who is
Give me
this
a
guy?
taste, dude. What kind of song? Give me a
dude,
taste.
it was just like I mean I
Put
can't
some
remember.
tunes on and put
It'd
it
be
in
like
your
if
pocket.
we were all chilling, I just walked up and put on like the Linkin Park Jay-Z mashup
Fuck
and
yeah,
just like
dude.
stood there and then like constantly was like I don't want to hear this and like switch songs every 30 seconds.
Oh,
Dude, he's the funniest
who is
fucking
this
guy.
guy?
He's just like it's my friend's brother-in-law. This dude is
This is the man.
this guy's I can't I was
Wrestled two
Sounds the
chicks,
man.
plays music out of his phone.
wrestled a chick again this year. Wrestled a chick again, dude.
Sick.
We were doing slip and slide flip cups. So you do like a big
You at the
inflatable.
Playboy Mansion?
Dude, this is the fucking best. You slide all the way
Bill
down.
Maher was a creep there, by the way.
So either way, so
Productions.
we're talking. It's him and his friend, and they told me this guy didn't even want to talk about this, but his friend was talking about the time they became the Ford Loko plug. Four Loko
The
became
old,
outlawed.
The old
it was
Four Loko.
outlawed.
I remember it was
The
outlawed.
old one though.
So
dude.
his buddy's name.
Shout out Ajax.
Yeah, dude. Ajax stocked
It's
up
the
too.
only thing it could take Ajax down.
Four Loko.
Four Loko
The
was
old
brutal.
Four Loko. He complained that the new Four Loko was trash.
These guys saw the sea change in the Four Loko in the energy
Yeah,
drink
yeah.
malted
They
beverage
feel it
industry.
coming.
Felt it coming, dude. A couple of young innovators,
pioneers,
Tim
dude.
and his boy Ramik. They were college
They
roommates.
felt the invisible hand
They felt the invisible.
dictating the market of
Yeah, dude.
energy drink alcohol.
Very Adam Smithian, dude.
Alpha brain.
Dude, so so his boy Ramik he's a airplane mechanic. He was actually telling me a lot of shit about airplanes I didn't know. But he had the
Like
money.
everything, you don't know a single thing. Like anything he said about
Well, do you know where
airplanes.
the
All the other stuff I don't know.
All the stuff I don't know, dude.
Do you know where the air
Pretty
comes
much
from?
got 80% airplanes down.
Don't even know how they fly.
The blades go real fast.
I really don't know anything.
Yeah, of course.
It was a giant remote control.
Yeah.
Dude, he
One
was
of the
telling.
sevens.
He was explaining to me how the air system works. Like, you know, you turn that little nipple,
Yeah.
Billy. You know, you turn that little nipple, and like the
Yeah.
air comes out.
You're buried.
Billy, damn, I didn't even catch
There's
that.
a
It was so
straw
good.
sticking up out of the sand,
Airplanes, you're
dude.
saying?
Dave, do you ever, like, while you're sitting in the chair of an airplane, are you ever just like, you find yourself,
Suckle.
Yeah. What am I? Okay. What were you saying, dude? This is so dumb we're talking about this stuff.
this is crazy.
So he was
Chris
telling-
Kyle would never put up with this type of shit.
You like
I'd have a red
type of
dot
guy
on
that'd
me.
kill him.
So he was explaining to me when you turn those little things, little air vents, we'll call them. He was like, "Do you know where the air comes from?" And I was like, "I don't know, like a Freon." I thought I was all smart, like, "Oh, like a little closed loop Freon system."
Yeah, what a fucking idiot, dude.
He was saying that it's like their turbine. The one thing spins so there's heat coming from the engine, and then there's stuff that's spinning so fast that it also generates cold air. Those two streams of air mix together and create like a nice like tepid like coolish air that hits you. He's like, it's entirely
Makes perfect sense.
Finally.
Because when I'm on the runway and you have the nipple on, it's kind of warm air.
You're trying to suckle for the nipple.
If it's warm enough, I'm on. But you know when the plane's not moving as fast, it gets kind of warm.
It's crazy, man. So he's but either way, so this guy obviously is the money behind this.
Yeah.
So he fronted like $1,500, sets my boy up. He's like, all right, they like their house at a table with all the different flavors of Four Loko. They had like cases of this shit. They went and
Damn,
bought them all
dude.
out, negotiated
Wow,
everything.
that is
That's sick,
one of the
dude.
dumbest group of dudes ever.
Dude, so the guy, the dude's brother-in-law I know, got too deep in the Four Loko game, started getting high on his own supply, dude.
Oh, no.
He got fucked up and he got pulled over in a bathrobe and came out screaming, "Fuck the police!" and got a DUI.
he got high on his own supply on Four Locos.
Four Loko. So like,
Dude, that's probably why he's retarded now. He was drinking like alcohol that was made illegal because it was the chemicals.
so he was like deep in the Four Loko game. He's like, I gotta run out to the store, and he was so fucked up he was just constantly drinking these things. The cops pulled him over. He's in a full like Hugh Hefner outfit. And he was like, "Fuck the police!" They locked him up.
It's like you should make a Scarface like this. This would be such a good Scarface movie.
They pepper sprayed him in the drunk tank. And then he pepper spray. He ate a fucking stream of pepper spray. Then he gets one phone call, calls his mom, who's a nurse in a nearby hospital, and she was like, "Stop being such a pussy," and hung up on him. And the whole time he was like, "Honestly, it's not that funny of a story. This is a pretty bad time for me." Dude, I was like fucking laughing so hard thinking about a Four Loko kingpin, dude, being taken
Four
down
Loko
by
Kingpin is the shit.
just
Mark
getting
Random's
pulled
origin
over.
story.
Fucking random. I forgot about that guy.
Dude, Four
So
Loko
did I.
kingpin is my favorite fucking.
Never forget.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just wanted to.
That was,
relive
You know what's like similar to that, but not the same? The movie Pain and Gain. Yeah, Pain and Gain's a great fucking movie, dude.
Really?
Oh, have you ever
never
seen
watched
Pain and
it?
Gain?
No.
Dude,
never
Pain
seen-
and Gain with Wahlberg and The
Wahlberg
Rock.
getting jacked.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, this was one
based
of the
off a true
funniest
story.
fucking movies
It's funny.
ever.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
it's so
hilarious, dude. It's as funny as that story.
I didn't know it was
It's
supposed to be
funnier
funny.
Yeah,
than
man.
that story.
It's
Oh,
based
yeah.
on a
It
true
sounds
story.
funny if it's Jack dudes. Getting,
Dude, in the middle of the movie is so funny and crazy that they stop the movie and go, "This is still a true story." They stop the movie. They go, "Just to
What do they
remind
do?
you."
Couple meats, dude, selling roids.
Yeah, they get
Yeah, dude,
deep in the game.
It's pretty fucking
They
funny.
get high on their own supply.
I forgot about that. Yeah, dude.
Pain & Gain is a great movie.
Dude cracked into some watermelon Four Locos, dude, and fucking confronted the police. Came out of the car with
Fuck
a
the
full
police.
fuck the police in pajama pants. He says he wasn't wearing a robe. His sister says he was.
Yeah.
He's like, I had pajama pants and slippers.
And
I was
you
not
know
wearing a
this
robe.
dude.
Dude, I was telling him, I'm like, you are the funniest. You are
And
the
he
fucking
wrestled.
sickest dude. He wrestles girl. He'll get drunk and wrestle girl. Dude,
You
he's
gotta get
so
this dude on the
fucking.
cast, bro.
I have to.
Yeah, this
bro.
guy rules.
He's unbelievable, dude.
This guy rules.
How sick this guy is.
Did he sell all the Four Logos?
Oh, I think he was. I was telling him, I'm like,
got
you were
locked up.
I was like, you were the fall guy, bro. You're in fucking jail, dude.
This was
Yeah, where's all the other Four Logo guys? Where's the other three?
Ramit came up, dude.
This is a deep state movement.
Yeah, man.
Get
Dude,
the guys.
that killed me, dude.
That was Four Locos was responsible for my first absolute bomb in stand-up.
Oh
Wow,
God,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
Going on the stage all Four Loco.
That was my first
History in the making.
weekend I ever did stand-up. Was out in Pittsburgh. First weekend ever.
How did you start doing stand up? Out of
Just-
nowhere.
I just started doing stand-up. I don't know.
I've been saying, like, so
The
you're a
match.
normal dude,
Yeah.
and you're like, today I'm going to go try to do stand up. I mean, how does that happen?
You start by so I was washing dishes. This is at my Harrisburg area community college days, and right around when Obama was winning. And I
voted for him.
can't believe you voted for
Okay,
him,
let's
bro.
move on that. Billy sucked Matt's tit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Okay.
Just
It's-
he sent
what's
a fucking,
crazy,
he sent
I'm
a
sorry
Spud
to-
missile.
I Billy is so bulletproof
No, yeah.
that
big
this
time, big time.
story, a fictional story about you sucking
It's an
a nipple,
Achilles tit.
is getting it's your Achilles tit, dude. You're bulletproof, bro.
You were a baby, dude. You were. It's not a.
I
big
don't
deal.
even remember. You could be making this up.
Who'd you
for
call an
now.
alcoholic?
Now, you want to talk about
Spade.
origin stories. That's an origin story, dude.
True.
Dude, I just didn't do that.
You probably knew I was high T, and you're like, enough of this.
Dude, I thought pro wrestling was a thing when my little brother was born. I thought he was like came like fully equipped, and I threw him down the stairs like we were playing wrestling.
What?
He turned out fine. He's an engineer. He's smart as shit.
Wait,
So, wait, you threw him down the stairs?
Yeah, when when I got my little brother, he was a newborn,
Yeah,
but me and Jamie are adopted,
yeah.
so we come like ready for Rumble.
You guys came out the box, right?
So
ready for Rumble?
when my little brother came, I thought it was time to wrestle, but he was just like 8 days old, and I threw him down the stairs.
Holy God!
Yeah, my mom
He's fine.
freaked the fuck out. Yeah,
What do you land on?
he landed on the basement carpet. Yeah,
High IQ.
their
thing they
bones
finished-
are rubble. Their
thing they-
bones are rubber.
Yeah.
So,
Good thing
yeah.
they finished the basement.
My mom freaked the fuck out. I got so much trouble. I was like 8.
Did they break his arms or anything? He was just chill.
No, he's totally fine. Yeah, he was 8 days old.
Tim
so
does have a large head, though.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
he had
gave
a
a big head.
Frankenstein head for years.
Yeah, you might have water brained him.
Yeah. Well, he played D1 football, so yeah.
Oh, sick.
Baby,
Where?
you're just
Yeah,
like,
Villanova.
Yeah, fell in one double A. Come on.
Sort of D1. Sort
Slow
of
down.
D1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on. Did he- yeah,
Wow.
And he also.
I mean, he got
didn't
tossed
play.
down the steps, dude. One
Yeah.
double A's not bad.
that's a fucking come up.
He almost played, dude. He almost played, and then like he was a junior, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna play." And then some freshman came in, and I was like, "Dude, obviously there's no white cornerbacks, dude." You know?
Oh, your brother was trying to be a white corner?
Yeah. some freshman showed up and like
Was
dunked.
black?
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna quit. Yeah.
That's cool. He still got like to hang out, and do the team stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he
big
was
deal in
fast.
It
Yeah.
is fun. It kind of
Brotherhood.
sucks, though.
Yeah,
It's cool because you're friends with everybody, but then you're like, well, I suck.
It's gotta
True.
suck to
So
be
there's
like,
like some sort of totem pole.
true. I played flag football intramural. I know what you're talking about. In college.
it sucks to be like, I'm almost gonna like you're thinking this is my year. This is my year.
Yeah.
And being
And
the shit in
so-
high school and then just going to like the kid you used to make fun of in high school. on the
Exactly.
sideline.
That's exactly what I did. That's why I quit playing college football.
yeah, I got.
You
I
go
caught that in
from
high
the
school.
man and bigger than every single person out there to then in literally 3 months
A
being
bitch.
the smallest pussy on the team. And then,
Then
you're
throw
the
sh-
one that you get made fun of.
Yeah, and then they're showering on top of that.
And then you got a small dick.
Well,
and
Tim
you
went
got,
to
you got
Sally,
titties.
so I don't think he experienced that.
Yeah, if you
right?
go to
no, but I'm saying
Villanova.
when you go, like everyone I know that played sports in like
Yeah.
college are like, dude, like what
you have
the
no
fuck?
idea.
Can you
have no
opt
idea.
out of the shower?
Dude,
Nah.
how many of them played in the South, dude? I was playing
Yeah.
Southern
Yeah.
college football, dude.
My one buddy went to
That
UNC,
shower
my other one
was-
went
you
to
played in the
Maryland.
South, dude.
Oh, Maryland would have been nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
Mulrooney went to Maryland.
Yeah.
He was getting
Mulrooney
mogged
must
left and
have-
right.
He got mogged hard, dude. Maryland was recruiting fucking
Dogs.
dogs at the time, dude. Maryland got in trouble. They were recruiting too many dogs.
Were they really?
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the best quotes ever. That fucking college football coach at Coastal Carolina. He's like, we got too many cats on this team. We need more dogs. His team lost. He's at a press conference. He's like, everybody's looking in the mirror before the game, looking at my wristbands, looking, ooh, like I'm some kind of cat. We need dogs. I think he got fired.
He's got a point though.
It is true.
We need
Yeah,
more
be a
dogs.
dog, not a
Speaking
cat.
of which, the Patreon.
What?
You got
Yeah.
some creeps on the Reddit that are.
Well, I want to
there's
know
like
how
500
there's
Redditors.
2,500 Redditors and 1,900 Patreons, dude.
Yeah.
So
You cheap
Redditors,
fucks.
hey guys, what? You don't
True
got
that.
$5? You don't got
If you don't have
$5?
$5, commit.
Yeah.
Call
just
it
a dollar.
Call it a lot.
No. This has never been about the cash.
Well, for
I
more,
hear you.
me and Billy, we're all about family and winning.
True.
And we're like, what's going on?
We
What's
see
up with
these,
these
we see
holdouts?
these people like, what's the link for the
Yeah.
Oh, the
Patreon
free
episode?
stuff?
Get the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, it's also
Your
$1.
mother. That's the link. Your mother.
Your
That's what
mother.
I'd say. Yeah.
It's
Your
also-
mother. Get fucked, you jerk.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also the
junk.
annoyance of having to get your credit. That's a whole paywall you have to get in front
Yeah.
of. Even if like it's $0, just type in your credit card number. I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, if they have an iPhone, they have a fucking credit card.
True, you can do it pretty
Come
quickly.
on, man.
yeah.
I'm a retard, and I can do this.
That's true.
Spade didn't even have a debit card. How the hell did you
I'm
put
gonna get. I'm gonna get that. You know, the other websites have testimonials.
Yeah, I was off the grid.
Are you
man.
paying cash for Patreon?
I'm like mailing them checks.
People have hit me up about that. They're like, "Give me
Some
an
dude
address. I'll
Venmo'd
mail you a
me-
check."
Some dude Venmo'd me like $4
Hell yeah,
this
dude.
week. It was like, he's like, I'm not joining Patreon.
That's awesome.
Just
Alright.
Venmo'd me $4.
That's awesome.
It's a sick move.
We'll work something out for people who
Yeah,
just
we'll
want to
figure
Venmo.
it. I Venmo'd Matt $2.
I'll just give you our
You
password.
do this whole
Yeah.
Sam Harris thing.
Did
if
you
you're
really?
really in trouble with money, don't do it. But if you got $5, what's wrong with it?
$1, dude. It's $1.
Yeah, man.
Chuck $1, dude. I want to get that on a testimonial on our website. Just be like, I'm a fucking retard and I could do it. Andrew P.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Bro, my fucking DMs have never been this hot right now.
Really?
I posted a vid of the Spud Dog. And
People are
DMs
wilding.
are blowing up.
Really? So what's
People
going on?
don't
What's
think
going
he's a
on?
straight
with everybody?
retard?
Oh, dude, this is what I wanted to talk about.
What?
I started talking about internal family systems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Bro,
let's go.
this
let's
is
go.
like one of my favorite things right now.
Let's order pizza. Let's do something,
It's very close to the interaction grid.
Wouldn't mind ordering a 30-pack. I'll tell you that.
dude.
Sorry, guys. I'm an alcoholic.
Consumed.
We gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude.
He's gonna be, dude. Last time he did this,
Oh,
or
yeah.
maybe not even last time.
Come on, Bill.
He was coming
Bring
to
it
my
on,
house
Bill.
to paint the next day, dude. Oh my god.
What happened?
He was just like
Oh, I
Charlie Brown music playing everywhere he went. He'd just go down the bathroom. Come up, eyes all bloodshot.
I was there.
Feeling
Actually.
like crap.
I stopped
Yeah,
by.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. How many drinks have you had? You're going to be... How fucked up are you going to be tomorrow?
Lightweight.
I think I'm gonna be fucked up, but I don't think I'm gonna try to suck Matt's tit.
Oh,
Damn.
well,
That's forever.
No, we'll
dude.
do. I should have brought my fucking. I
You
should have
got to
brought some.
debunk this, dude.
I should have brought some
Yeah, I
gummies.
literally can't.
I should have brought some
Yeah,
gummies.
but
It's
you gotta
true.
just tell him it's not true. He's
I mean, it
obviously
is.
lying.
No, it's not. It's for real, Billy. It's a dude. It was instinct, dude.
You wish.
It's like a turtle biting your.
Damn. What do
like
you
a-
think the Reddit's going to do when they find out you
It's
suck?
not, dude. It's not
Dude,
shameful.
the Reddit is so bitch anymore.
It's not shameful.
Yeah, the Reddit went gay.
It's so bitch.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
yell at a turtle biting your finger. You wouldn't judge it. It's just instinct.
The turtle's not your brother, and the turtle's not biting your nipple, bro. That's gay.
It would if I held it there and it was hungry.
what are we
I put
talking
a
about
piece of-
for this?
What are we talking about?
Why are we even doing this?
What do you think about the Reddit?
What the Reddit's
Why
fucking beat. Like
why-
back
Yeah,
in
the
the
Reddit
day,
is
it was
beat.
cool as shit. Now it's a bunch of people
Well, now that
spurging
I
out
saw-
on
The
paragraphs.
Reddit was
Well,
funny.
you know what's funny though? When I watched the whatever the fuck the guy's name is, who's the guy that got like people came up with the
I miss
But-
Dairy
Butterly
Queen.
called
Where the
it-
fuck is Dairy Queen? dude?
Butterly called it an incel documentary. It came out against Justin Robb. What's his name?
I don't know. Oh, you're talking about the Elliot Smith guy?
No, who's
Or
the guy?
Elliot Rogers?
Elliot Rogers, shout
Yeah.
out.
No, who was the guy who
Elliot Smith.
attacked?
Oh,
No, who was the guy who attacked the MMA
Not me.
guy?
Not me.
Brendan
Oh,
Schaub.
Brendan Schaub. Yeah.
Brendan
Brendan Schaub.
Oh, that was brutal, man.
Brutal.
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah.
It was the brutal part. It was funny when I was watching him being like, "Oh, dude, when people say shit about me on the internet, I don't even care, dude." Like they're just like, and I'm watching. I'm like, dude, it hurts. So
Yeah,
bad.
they have
I'm
a-
like, I'm
they
like,
have
dude,
a
somebody
man
coming at
cave.
you.
I'm watching this guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, his feelings are
Dude,
hurt.
Billy said one of
He's
the
like,
funniest
they're just like
things
fucking
today.
homeless people. Fucking. I don't. Whenever someone's like, I don't even think about it. When people say negative stuff about me, it doesn't even cross
When
my mind.
Schaub-
It's like,
when
yet
Schaub
you're
hit
fucking
that-
talking about it.
When Schaub hit that kid that called in to the show and was
Yeah.
like, I play video games or whatever. He's like, we were grinding for
Oh,
a while. And
the-
he's like, yeah, but have you gotten pussy?
Yeah,
And it's like,
talking about Fortnite. Yeah.
all right.
It's like you're like a.
You got him. You got that teen. You
Yeah.
nailed him. But Shab definitely was feeling it. It hurts. When you get fucking crushed on the Reddit, it fucking
Dude,
hurts,
the funniest
bro.
shit about that.
It hurts.
The funny shit
And
about
just
that.
know that we're watching. Like, don't think for a second. We're not. Every once in a while, I'll fucking not watch for like 3 or 4 days. But
Well, it's funny too
Yeah,
because I shit
you're
on
checking
people
it
at
out.
will. As soon as someone says something kind of negative about me, I'm like, how could they?
yeah,
I'm
some guy
constantly
said, some guy
talking
said I
shit.
sucked at smiling.
Oh, I saw that.
And all of a sudden, I was just
Yeah.
like, wait, do I suck at smiling? I thought I was all
think
right.
you're
You're
really
good
good at
smiler.
smiling.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about like headshots.
I don't know.
Your smile's good, dude. I'm telling you, man.
think
It's
it's all
like,
right.
well,
You think that's what it looks like?
so this is
Shut
what,
up,
this
nipple
is what I want
sucker.
to talk
Dude,
about.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, let's
This is a
talk
good
about
way
it.
to. This is a good thing to lead into
This
this.
is good. I like this.
Internal family systems is my new thing. So you recognize within yourself there's a family of subpersonalities
Fuck.
that are constantly that arise as adaptations to protect the child inside
Mine's
of you.
pretty much like a SEAL team.
Yeah, Billy, dude, you have a fucking
Just a bunch of
you have,
alphas. Like, yeah, dude, fucking do it.
You have 6 fucking Chris Kyles inside.
There's
of
no
you
way.
Right now.
There's no way
Your
you're gonna
whole
pick this
family is
dumpster up.
just Chris Kyles.
That's way too tight to fit
Well,
in there, dude.
let
Do
me
it.
finish so I can figure out what I am, dude.
No, that was great. Dude, you got a lunch table at Chris Kyle's
Yeah.
just sitting in your head. Just like, go ahead, pass me
Fuck,
that.
dude, lunch tables are tough. You're bringing up bad shit.
You just have SEAL Team 6 in your head.
Dude. Oh, here's an interesting fact.
Go ahead.
I've been spewing a lot that I think might be wrong.
There's no such thing as
SEAL Team 6 was our first SEAL team.
What?
And
Oh,
it was during
right.
the Cold War, so we were like, what, SEAL Team number 6? We got a bunch of these motherfuckers. This is
So
only number
many.
6.
You guys don't even know.
Yeah, yeah. That's hilarious.
So they
So
bluffed.
that's the level of like deep state that we're talking about.
Well,
It's not
apparently
like it's
Trump
that
did 19.
complicated.
So, or like a year ago, Trump had done 19 in Africa.
19 SEAL.
SEAL teams
He
did 19 SEAL
deployed
operators. SEAL
in
team.
Africa.
Yeah, in Africa. Yeah.
That's because the Chinese
they're
are
fighting
taking
the
over.
Chi-Coms.
Chi-coms, yeah.
Whoa.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy, and I hate to break it to all the listeners, but we're at war with China.
Really?
Yeah, and
Dirty
we've been at war
Chi-coms.
with China, but it just became a
Yeah,
hot
of
war.
course.
Just became a hot war because they just invaded their own people in in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Why were they
So-
waving American flags?
The UN is waving American flags because, or the Hong Kong is waving American flags. They were British for 100 years,
Yeah.
and now they're like, "What the fuck is this Chinese shit?"
They don't
That
be
was a deal
communists
that
now.
Britain worked out with China. So the
Well,
citizens,
It's not like they're like British people. They're like, oh, what
No,
is
no, no,
this?
no, no.
They're very Chinese.
But, like,
Tea times getting disturbed.
they're
They
very-
also suffer from lack of spatial
Yeah,
awareness.
But they're
That's why
in-
they're all running in
they're
together
lost
down
their
the
right.
subway.
they lost their right. They lost all their rights.
But they're into the English law and all that stuff.
They have Western culture. They
Yeah.
know what it is. So
They wear Bape constantly.
I heard somebody drove a bumper car straight through all the protesters.
yeah, dude.
Not me. That was not me.
4 shins were injured.
Several shins.
Oh, 4 shins are being treated at the
Shins.
hospital.
My
You mean
waifu.
like the body part or the last name?
Okay.
4
So-
different guys named Shit. Come on, here we
that
are.
was good. I
Here
like
we
it.
are. We hear it.
We're here.
That's your SEAL team in your head going clear. Clear.
Yeah,
That's what
and
happened in
we're-
my
and we're
head.
clear.
I had a Chris
Take
Con in
a
my
shot.
head that was like, "You're clear for this."
My head
shot."
was just laughing like, God damn it, he's funny.
You're talking shit on Bill, and Bill, in Bill's head, it's like, take the shot, take the shot.
Fucking shot.
Abort. So yeah, that's a good point. So we're at war with China, but
Well,
we're not. What do you
China-
think 5G comes into all that?
I don't know.
I
About
think that's a
5G,
psyop.
But back it up a bit. They physically drove, like, I think they're called MRPs, whatever they.
Bunch of motorcycles, which couldn't be funnier.
Not motorcycles. Dude. They're giant army vans full of soldiers. But they drove
You
a bunch.
don't see many Asians on motorcycles. Now
You
that I
do in
think
the
about
fucking
it.
cool movies.
You never see Asians on motorcycles. Well,
Urban
never
Ninjas?
mind. I
Yeah.
take that back.
Isn't
They
there
got
like a whole
crotch
movie
rockets.
about that?
I'm a fucking moron. I take that back.
It's still IRL.
Yeah.
That goes back to, is that you guys who say they're either
Yakuzas.
drift or they're fucking.
That was Bill Burr.
Oh, okay, my bad. I confused
Bill
it.
Burr.
It's either
One of
Tokyo.
us.
It's
Confused
either,
it
one of
because
us.
Shane's that good.
yeah, it's either
Get off
Tokyo.
your
Drift.
knees for real. Get off your knees.
I'm
Yeah.
dead ass serious. Not
Get
even
off your
joking.
knees and
Yeah,
stand
dude,
up
you
like
gotta
Bill
be a little
would and just
drunk.
go straight for the
Fucking
nipple.
one fucking name, dude.
So we're at war with China.
Yeah, we're at war with China because they just invaded Hong Kong, and which is part of their shit. But that will be a UN thing. So there's going to be a UN agreement that breaks the Geneva thing.
So does Trump? Is
You ever
Trump?
think about running for Congress?
Seriously, man.
Is
Probably
Trump?
could do better than those other 4.
Is Trump about to go argue with Chinese people in front of the UN? Are they doing real life model UN?
Dude, you know I don't have the articulation for this, but
Don't worry about it. Bro.
there's gonna
It's your
be
spirit.
there's gonna be a thing where they're at the UN going, this is not right, and they're gonna say, who's gonna fix it? Trump Daddy. I mean, they're gonna ask for American help. That's why they're
Hong Kong's gonna appeal to America.
Hong Kong's like, this is fucked up. Who's Trump friends with?
Who?
Okay, so where's China?
Well,
Where's
Ne-
China?
Next to Russia?
Okay, where's China?
Japan.
China's
he's
here,
boys
right?
With he's boys
China's
with Japan.
China's friends with who? North Korea? Is China friends with? Is Trump friends with Russia? Is Trump friends with India?
Whoa.
Oh, is he playing 5D chess?
He's an idiot.
Woo!
He's an idiot.
Woo!
Says the New Yorker.
Woo! World War IV. Woo!
You think we're going to World War IV with China?
It's more of a
No, we are.
financial
We've been
war.
at economic war with
Yeah,
them, but it
true.
just became a hot war because they invaded Hong Kong. So the UN is going to say there's just a war crime.
Indians
Once it
want
becomes
to
a
take
war
back
crime,
Kashmir.
NATO is going to be deployed.
India and Pakistan are already at it.
India's going after
They're
Kashmir
literally
like
already at
hot
it.
boys,
Yeah.
dude.
What are they doing?
They're looking for Bobs and
Kashmir.
Kashmir.
They're calling them
dude.
Hindu
Are they really?
extremists. People are calling the dudes in India Hindu extremists. How funny is
propaganda,
that?
dude.
Yeah.
You see what the
Propaganda.
Chinese are? You see what the Chinese are doing to the Muzz though?
What?
They put them in camps.
So, dude,
Are they really?
Yeah, the Chinese are rounding up the Muzz
think about this, right?
for real.
Shit.
This isn't like our camps.
No, this is bad.
This is like a
Chinese
real
camps,
camp,
yeah.
dude. This is a Chinese
That's like
camp.
Red Dawn.
This is a bad Chinese
Dude,
camp.
Red Dawn was a shit. Yeah, what
Fuck
up?
yeah, dude.
Yo, what I'm
You are a
saying-
Wolverine, dude. Built like one.
Wishes, dude.
Yeah, honey badger, dude. Rabid.
What I'm saying
So
is,
we're about to go at it with
history's
China.
going to look back on Trump and be like, wow, that's weird. He got in office, made friends with North Korea, made friends with Putin. He just made friends with India like 3 weeks ago. And it's like, who are all they surrounded?
China.
China, bro. And China just went
China's
hot.
the only GDP that's anywhere near
China
ours.
went hot, and as soon as Trump became president, they started fucking around in the South China Sea. What did Trump do? Fly some aircraft carriers right by the South China Sea just to be like, yo, what's up? How fast can we get here? Weird.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like, dude, you could say that he's retarded, but it's like when he became president, he got slipped a dossier on fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And even if you want to say he's a narcissistic retard, I mean, give a narcissistic retard the dossier on everyone.
They all are narcissistic retards.
Yeah.
Sure.
they
From
love
the
it.
start. There is no
Yeah.
denying that. So Trump, when you call Trump a narcissistic
He
retard,
is. He is.
He is.
He is.
But so is everybody that's ever become a world leader.
Duh.
Sure, absolutely.
So, all right. There we
And,
go.
and he's
George
got the
Washington.
DOS on everybody.
George
and it-
Washington was an elite bull that was dead silent when they
Dude,
when
he's
they were
not he's not
in
a retarded.
Congress.
Nah.
In Congress, they were like, "Who's
He's
the
the
only
man.
dude in here that's actually the fucking man?"
Alpha.
True alpha. That's literally why they
Sigma.
elected him.
No, Jefferson's like a Sigma.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was the only. Washington was the only true alpha.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all obviously alphas.
Well, imagine being an alpha
All
back
alphas.
then too.
I mean, check out the Jefferson family reunion.
George
which
Washington
is
probably
fucking
shit wherever
hilarious,
he
by
probably
the way.
shit wherever he wanted to.
He probably just dumped,
George Washington probably
Oh, yeah.
took a dump wherever.
walked and
dude.
dumped in
That's-
this fair city.
Definitely. Oh,
Think
that's
about
awesome.
how they all
It's
died.
exactly where we're standing right now.
They died of fucking college. It's an Oregon Trail, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
that shit you were
Thanks,
telling me about the
man.
Oregon Trail is crazy. How it was just pretty much the West Coast is people who.
Oh,
were
that's
just
a
nuts.
cool movie, dude, with Michelle Williams. My bae, dude.
Yeah, you're saying people who went on
I
the
got
Oregon
pissed.
Trail were just like
You guys
Go ahead.
keep rolling.
Oregon Trail was just made up of like people with like mental
Just
disabilities.
random ass people. Yeah.
Really? People who went out. Yeah, who were
Only
going to
whack jobs would have left, and whack jobs would have also been kicked out of the town.
go pee, go pee, come back.
Yeah, let the history go. But
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
so,
So
like, say we're all in a town, and I'm like, Bill's cool, Bill's friends with Matt, Matt's cool, and you guys are like, Spade, you're weird as fuck, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna be like, fuck you guys, I'm moving out here. It's cooler.
Well,
out
it
here
would have been
anyway.
like saying
Try to
you're
cross
going.
the river with your horses.
Yeah,
and
I'd be like,
drown?
I'll caulk up my fucking wood. I'm good.
It would have been like saying you're going to the moon. Be like, "Pff, okay, dude.
I mean, did we get married?
I mean, imagine if I just out of nowhere. Imagine if I was like, I'm gonna ride my bicycle to California. You'd be like, "Pfft,
Dude, did you see First Man on HBO?
no.
So on First Man, so I don't know what you thought about the Apollo program, but like, you know, there's Apollo 13,
Yeah.
and Apollo 11,
Okay,
and
yeah,
Apollo
yeah.
1.
Mhm.
So how much time do you think went by in between Apollo 1 and Apollo 13?
I have no idea. 10, 15 years.
Yeah,
20?
dude, like a year.
What?
Yeah, isn't that nuts? So in Apollo,
Why did they name it 13?
dude, in the Apollo program, what they did was every time they fired off a fucking little, like, a part of the mission.
Yeah.
Like, so say the first part of the mission was just going up into space. That would be Apollo 1.
Yeah.
So, like, the difference between Apollo 1 and Apollo 13 was, like, or the difference between Apollo 1 and Apollo 11 was not that long. Maybe, like, a year and a half.
Okay.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, it's really weird.
So like Neil Armstrong watched his boys die.
Oh,
in a
Jesus.
fucking they burned.
Was
to death.
Apollo 1 the Challenger?
No, Apollo 1 was like.
Oh, they were the guys. Okay, that's the David Bowie song.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Hopefully Shane knows. I bet
You know the
Shane
Apollos?
knows this shit, dude.
No, I don't know shit about the
Ah,
Apollos.
fuck. But anyway,
So
know
he
Operation
watched them
Paperclip.
burn to death, and he popped
dude, in the
on.
movie First Man, he watches them burn to death, and he has to go up like 8 months later. But in our heads,
Jesus Christ.
when you say like Apollo 11, Apollo 13, we're imagining like years are going by. Dude, it's like weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah. They ran the space program like boom, boom, boom. We were in an intense Cold War with Russia, and then we were spending half the GDP on space.
That's actually something I can get behind.
And when they keep all the
I just
conspiracy,
got in a fight about that. Sorry.
all the conspiracy theorists are like, why don't we go back to space? It's like, dude, we used to spend half the GDP on it. It's like, if we did that now, we could go to the moon. But it's like,
What the fuck are we gonna do up there?
Yeah,
well, I
fucking
think that's
kick
the
rocks.
argument. Yeah, that's the
fun up
argument.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. They should let this billionaires figure out the space travel.
Oh yeah, the Israelis just sent up something with the
Dude,
tardigrades on it, and the thing survived on the moon. You ever see those little bad boys? The
What did
little
they put up
bears? Tardigrades.
What is that?
They're like
Yeah,
the
it's a really
smallest.
small organism.
Yeah. They can live on the
Really?
moon. They live on the moon. They're like, that's
I'm
the
glad
origin
that
of
got.
life. Yeah.
I'm glad that
It's a
got
real
stepped
small
on.
Jesus Christ.
What are they called?
So cold up here.
Oh God!
Can I get a scoop out?
It isn't made of cheese.
What
kind of
cheese?
So there's Jews on the moon?
They don't even have Bialys.
Where's a good deli to get Cavelta fish?
They have Jews on the moon right now?
Yeah, right now.
Little
Yeah,
tiny organisms, little fuckers.
yeah right now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's a song. If
Something
you
else, I'll tell you that.
believe They put a
Jew
J
on the
Fuck yeah, dude. I enjoy that very much.
Fuck.
Oops, so sick.
Yeah, we were talking. You were talking about dudes going west.
Going west, yeah.
Full
like,
retards.
They're full retards. Yeah,
Full
they were
retards.
full
That's what I'm saying.
autistic,
It'd be
like,
like
kick them the fuck
It'd be
out.
right
Yeah.
now if I could riding a covered wagon is I would say arguably harder than me riding my bicycle.
So I was
across the
watching a
country.
movie with Michelle Williams.
Bro, with
With-
literally zero doubt.
And like I could stop at gas stations and buy food, and it was
Dude.
you'd still be
Okay.
like you're out of your fucking mind.
Let me paint you some
Paint me a pic.
scenarios, okay? So I'm watching this movie. I'm sitting there thinking, like, all right, you're out there with your bae. Engines come upon you, the red man.
Yeah.
And you're like talking to them, but you're fully autistic. And even the Indians are like, all right, dude. And they fucking let you go. And you end up in fucking Oregon. Like, how the fuck are you making
so
it past
you think the dudes that got you think like Lewis and Clark and shit, like everybody that got west,
Fucking retards.
the Indians were just like,
They start rattling off
They were-
facts about wagons.
Yeah.
Did you know this one has 13 spokes?
Do you
We
know-
actually have 16.
Do you know how good I am at archery? I've fixed my wagon 4 times. Like,
yeah,
dude.
true. That is true.
I feel like
fine.
Native Americans would have gotten down with autists back then, for sure.
I'm like, all right,
People
man,
don't
you
talk
like
about
beaver,
that.
You like beaver
People don't
skins
talk
too?
about savages that also had Down syndrome.
True.
They don't talk about that.
A pack of them?
Do you think that went down? You think that? Do you think that went unchecked?
I think that's how Custer got crushed, dude.
Did you ever get into mosaic Down syndrome?
What?
Did you ever get into mosaic Down syndrome? It's
No.
like almost regular.
Yeah.
What, me?
Like so close.
You mean
So
me?
close.
Yeah,
dude.
mosaic Down syndrome is like
So close.
passable.
It's all the actors. Most of the actors that are Down syndrome have mosaic Down
Oh
syndrome.
god, I thought you said most actors are retarded.
I thought there was some sort of deep
Oh
sea.
no, that would be awesome.
So most of the
Yeah,
retarded actors.
most Down syndrome actors have the mosaic, but it's like mosaic Down
Mentally
syndrome is like
disabled.
it's like they're so close.
Little D.
Thank you.
Big A.
Dude,
That's how they spell it. Little D.
No
big A.
homo. No homo.
there's a book called Little D. Yeah. There's a book, the Indifferent Stars Above, about them going west.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Is it
It's
like what I'm
literally-
saying? Or?
Yeah, it's exactly. Dude,
Fuck
you,
yeah,
you had
dude,
to walk.
bitches!
You had to walk.
Woo!
You weren't in the wagon. Like one person was in
Yeah,
the
they
wagon. There was
walk
just
next
shit
to
in
the
the wagon.
wagon.
You gotta
Oh,
fucking stand and walk through field. Dude, the middle of the country is just
Rattlers.
Oh, the
fields.
movie I saw was called
Dude.
Miller's Crossing, by the way.
There's also like
I thought
people,
that was like a movie about
kids
like,
would get off and wander into the grass. The grass was tall as fuck.
Snakes
The
everywhere.
grass was tall as fuck. You would just lose kids.
It's like swimming to England.
People would go out and you would just lose them
It's
forever.
the absolute wilderness,
The
dude.
complete wilderness in
Yeah.
the Midwest of this, the
How
middle
the
of the country.
fuck
Dude,
you
have
make
you
a
ever been to
road?
Central PA?
You barely
besides
do.
Shane, have you ever been to Central PA?
It's that times a million.
So, dude, we used to go out to Central PA, me and Steve, shout out Steve, to get fucked up. And we would smoke weed like so much weed, dude.
Yeah.
And
Middies.
we would so many middies.
And
And
body highs.
we would end up in like Penn State, Mont Alto in the woods. And like I did a ton of ketamine and shit. And I'm out there and it's like I have nightmares still about mountain lions in the fucking woods. You get out in
Can't
Central
even
PA
imagine.
and you see the fucking stars and you're out looking at the woods and you're like, there's mountain lions that can hunt me. You see those secret cameras that they set up in the woods with the mountain lions. Don't
Secret
laugh
cameras.
at me, dude.
It's true.
ketamine.
It's true.
And I'm all like, yeah, but dude, the mountain lions are terrifying. And it's like,
Well,
you have to
don't-
be.
You don't have to worry about mountain lions in Central PA.
I'm
Really?
more scared of
well,
you, bro.
in my head, I have nightmares, but I'm saying if you're traveling out west, that's just a taste.
I mean, out west. When
Yeah,
they
that's a
were-
that's just a
very.
taste.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't even.
You know, and if you're going from Pittsburgh, a lot of these people went from Pittsburgh to like Utah, let's say.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like that was like
Imagine
one
hitting the
generation.
Rockies. Fuck.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what the Indifferent Stars Above is about. The Donner Party. And what
Oh,
happened to
God.
them? So they tried to. There was a fucking dude who just lied. There's lies. I mean, this is back. You could be a snake. You literally a snake oil.
Yeah.
You could be an unchecked
dude,
liar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trump's grandpappy was a hotel guy back then. I don't know if you
Really?
ever got into
Oh
Trump.
yeah, I watched
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he owned
Netflix
a
thing.
hotel out there.
Yeah, he owned a hotel for.
So this
He was an
guy,
autist that made it out there.
Might have been.
This guy was like, "Oh, I got a little secret passage out," and he sold a book that was like, "Here's the secret passage out west." It was just made up. It was a hellish pass.
Oh.
So they're trying to go through the Rocky Mountains, and then they get hit with the fucking winter. Actually, it was the Sierra Nevadas. It wasn't even the Rockies. They got just. I mean, dude,
That was
when
the equivalent of like internet dick pills back then.
It really was. It was like, do you want your dick to be big? And then retarded guys that lived in like Illinois were like, well, I'm a failure here. I'll give this whole going west thing a try. Because you had to fail on the East Coast to go west.
Sure.
Kind of like in comedy. But you had to fail on the East
Civilians
Coast to go
don't
west.
understand the joke, but
Come on, the civvies won't get it. But
that's
dude,
funny.
when they found the Donner Party and shit, they were like snow drifts that were so hot that they got trapped in snow drifts. So like,
Fuck.
you're trapped in there with like 3 or 4 people, and then one dude would just
Say
you're in a
it's
pit.
ti- it's
You're in a
time.
pit.
A dude would munch you.
A dude munched. They would look. The people who found them looked into a pit and found people munching people, and then were like, "We gotta just kill these people."
yeah, all
Like the first,
Wendigo.
they had to argue that somebody saved them because
the
the
Wendigo.
Racial slur, dude, for Italians.
No, Wendigo is Indian for the people that eat other people.
Okay,
Fuck.
they had like a literal debate between like the party, the searching, the party, the rescue party, to kill them or not.
Indians saved them?
No, the whites.
Ah.
But they were like, we need to kill these people because of what they've done.
Yeah, they're eating people.
And they were like, even like it wasn't like a kill, like they were mad. There was just a mercy kill. They were like,
They're out of it. Yeah.
they're gone
Put them out.
because they're out here. They're eating like children
What's that
in
movie
cabins.
with the
They got
fucking
snowed
dude?
in.
That also makes sense though. It makes like so you see people
That's a death
you
penalty.
see people eating each other in a hole.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, you know what?
In a
Let's
ditch.
let's wipe the slate clean on them. You
Exactly.
don't need these guys.
Yeah.
And then you have like fucking pedophiles, and I've always argued it's like fucking shoot them.
I know it's
guess.
bad luck. You became a pedophile for the most part.
What do you mean?
It's kind of bad luck.
To shoot a pedophile?
No, to either get raped into it or to have the
Oh,
inclination
gotcha,
to want to
gotcha.
fuck kids.
True.
But it is what it is, and you should be put down.
Killed.
It's-
Yeah, like a dog.
It's one of those
It
things
is.
where like
Shane Chill.
It's like, sorry you got rabies.
Sex is a
I loved
spectrum.
you. I loved you.
Sex is a spectrum. Say it with me.
Sex is a spectrum, dude, and
Yes.
more importantly, and this is important for the people that listen to the cast, bisexuality is not a myth.
Yes.
True.
I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Being bisexual is very real.
And
You're
natural.
bisexual.
I was bisexual
Yeah,
last
dude.
week.
What'd you do? Suck the dude's nipples.
Phil, that's nothing to be ashamed of. You were a baby and
It's
you were
crazy
hungry.
that you're letting it get to you.
I know. I don't understand why you
should not.
I just don't like when people lie on me.
I'm not
I
lying to
hate
you,
when
bro.
people lie on me.
Bill,
dude.
I
Lie
can
on
still
me.
feel.
Are you
Bill,
a liar?
No, his little tiny teeth, dude. I still feel them on my nipples, bro. You were aggressive about it.
He's making
You
it
used to also,
sexual.
dude. You used to also when you had to
Don't
poop,
touch
you
me.
would walk behind a couch and just look at me and go.
You know what the gayest thing
And
is
you would
that-
poop behind the couch?
He had a diaper on.
You're obsessed with me.
Yeah. On the fact that you're
That's
obsessed
the reverse.
on the fact that you're
Dude.
obsessed with Bill is like the fact that nipple play turns you on.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
I'm an
Dude.
open book, bro. Maybe
you ever
you might have
see-
turned. You might have turned me out.
This feels like
It's kind of alpha as fuck for me being one and turning you out. Honestly, I'm alpha.
true.
That's
pretty
I thought
alpha
you were a
to-
Sigma dude, but hey, man, I bow.
That was that SEAL team being like, we need rations. Go for those nipples. Any
that
nipples. Will
Choir milk.
Wow. This
Fire
feels
milk
like
at any
that
expense.
reversal you just did with the "you're obsessed with me." That's a killer fucking reversal.
You're
That feels
obsessed
like-
with me?
If you ever get in an
You're
argument,
obsessed with me. Is
why
so
are we
funny.
even fighting?
Why are we even fighting? Is
And
the
you're
best
obsessed with me?
thing ever
Dude,
created.
this is me and Billy.
Why would we
Parrot all
even be
day long.
fighting right now? If you're the one getting crushed.
That
Now
Now that
in
you're
high school, he's doing
FaceTiming
content.
them, these are way out.
If
dude.
McKeever would ever make fun of me, like right when I moved to Philly, because it hurt me so much. Because all I wanted was
You
John
had a man
McKeever.
cave in your head.
I wanted McKeever to fucking love me.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, dude.
Hold on, shut the fuck up, Spud, dude.
Oh, sorry.
This is, you want to know a good way out too? If someone's talking shit to you, just be like, dude, not in front of the guys. Like if someone's hitting you hard,
slam,
just
dude.
be like, come on, dude, no, come on.
That's a side slam.
Not in front of the guys. You just say it straight to them. Just be like, come on, man.
Dude, Billy
We
came
talked
out-
about this.
Billy came out with today, like, like man cave in your head. Billy came out with like, I could gentrify his head.
Yeah.
Dude, that's funny.
We won't
as-
talk about who it was.
I got free
but-
real estate up there. I
Yeah,
could gentrify.
I was
that.
talking about I could gentrify
He's
someone's
like,
fucking
dude,
head.
he's
with
like
the shit I was
beyond
saying.
man
Who?
cave. Like,
Who?
I could
Who?
gentrify.
I can't even
Not for the
release it.
cast, dude.
Yeah.
Can't
Too
name
hot.
it?
Too
Can't
hot.
even release it.
Too hot for the cast, dude.
All right.
So it's your
Fair
enemy of yours?
Not even an enemy, just someone that I let live every day, and I could fucking from the
could gentrify.
top rope destroy their life.
There's top
What's
row
the beef?
situations.
No beef. It's just I have.
Why do you want to destroy someone's life?
I don't, but dude, I have fucking nukes pointed at everyone, so I'm just waiting.
That's the
Me?
move.
Well, like,
No,
dudes
I don't
like
know.
me and
You,
Billy,
you do
like,
nothing. You're not an
That's family.
adversary.
Billy's
That's
like
fair.
a little brother, like a little brother. I'm
I
a
was
bastard.
made like this.
Yeah, I'm
You
a
know?
little brother too, and I literally constantly have nukes at every single person.
There's a person
Every
I know.
person.
Like when you're a little brother or you're a bastard, it's kind of you're in the same boat. It's like there's nukes pointing at you, and you're like, dude, I have Moabs, like,
Yeah.
and you let them live because
Yeah.
you're like, I let you live until I need it because you can only use it once.
True.
Because like you could release it too quick and look like an autistic idiot. Just like say
Yeah,
something
some guy
horrible, and they're
slightly
just like,
wrongs you.
All right,
Like if
dude.
somebody was like, "I heard you when you were a baby, you sucked nipples," and you're like, "I fucked your wife."
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
all right, whoa.
yeah, exactly. But it's always good to have a fucking dossier on someone.
Wow,
good.
You guys got quiet when I said that. Is that a little
No,
nail
I was
on the head?
no.
the whole time I was looking up the movie Ravenous. Ravenous is a great movie about cannibalism. It's fucking sick from the 90s.
Yeah.
Dude.
I watched it. I fell asleep watching it, and my roommate from college, Kevin McElroy, shout out, he fucking woke me up with a knife in my face, going, scared the shit out of me, dude. I was in Ridley Park, almost pissed my pants.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking
Yeah, well, that's
terrifying.
scary.
Shout out Ridley Park.
Whatever.
Shout out
Kevin,
Ridley
Kevin
Park, dude.
McElroy is a badass, dude.
Yeah, he's a badass. He wakes me up with knives and shit.
Oh,
Dude,
also too, fucking McKeever's funny as shit. Why has there
is
not been
McKeever?
any McKeever casts?
they have.
He's been on before.
I'm just
We
saying,
had
like,
one
more-
that
we gotta
we
get
got
some
one
more,
that got
dude.
redacted.
Why?
We gotta get some
immediately
more, dude.
because he had one of the. All right, so
McKeever cast has to
McKeever-
happen, bro.
Still
me
on my
and-
laptop.
The night before, there's a redacted McKeever. Me and him were at Bard's. We were drinking, and we were making fun of the fact that Muhammad Ali like got retarded.
Yeah.
And his rhymes still
Made sense.
like once he got retarded, they started to go bad. He'd be like, Joe. Well, he's an idiot. He'd be like, all right, and everybody was like,
and you're done.
"Oh, great, nice work." And then somehow it got to the point where I was like, "Hurry up, do a Martin Luther King impression." And he was like, "Oh," like it was just the exact same impression as the Muhammad Ali. And then, on his ride home, I think he got some guilt,
You got some butterflies.
Oh,
and that
okay.
happens. That happens.
well, he also had something big in the works.
he did.
The king came to him.
Yeah, no, he had a deal in the works, and he was
He had a
like,
big
Me and
deal in
Bill
the
can't
works.
really be compromised, so it's
Yeah.
kind of not
You
the
guys are
same thing.
uncompromised,
Yeah.
and this is exactly what you were born into.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
born into
Both of
this.
you.
Yeah.
it's fucking sick,
Yes, dude.
actually.
Can't get me.
Pretty sick.
No one can touch you two.
Come at me,
Billy
bro.
and Spud are literally the fucking beacons.
But you can fuck with Spade if you call him stupid on the Reddit.
Oh yeah,
He
I was
gets
like,
phased
People
by
call me
that.
dumb all
Damn
the
it.
time. Spade.
Yeah.
People
it's
call
not
me
like
dumb all
I'm
the time.
phased by it, but I'm like, dude, I can't articulate most of the shit in my head, so it frustrates me.
by the way,
Terrible.
without a doubt, I get hit the hardest on the Reddit.
Shane does. I
I
think
take
about it,
off.
man.
I mean,
fucking
literally, people put up
pounding.
pictures of
Heavy
Shane
is the
on
head that
Reddit,
wears the crown, bro.
That's how it goes.
True.
and dudes put up a picture,
Sword of Damocles.
and it's like 80 fucking. Oh, let's get 80 upvotes for Shane's retard jokes. All right,
Yeah.
cool guys, you're hilarious.
That's like the shit
Yeah,
on
but
the
also,
Reddit. That's
you know-
pit. Go ahead, dude.
No,
I'm sorry.
they
I'm
just-
speaking out of turn.
They just reposted a
Spit
joke.
Matt's
I
tit
made
out, dude.
I made a retarded face on my Instagram,
Yeah,
and
it
they
was a
posted
joke.
it. And we're like, look how dumb he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would bother the fuck out of
Like,
me.
How's that funny?
You know,
That's
that was
just
a
mean,
joke,
dude.
right, dogs? Come on, dogs.
It's weird that they do that, and then like the shit that
Man,
really kills
did
me.
he have
it's
a
like,
stroke? I don't know.
I was talking to Spade about this earlier. It's just like, hey, I'm on the Reddit now, Matt. I even did mushrooms tonight, and like I'm gonna smoke weed and even get high on mushrooms.
Don't do it to him, dude. Don't do it to him.
So, are you even my shaman? Because like I'm so tripping. Dong wax. It's like, dude, delete your Reddit. Get the fuck out of here.
I can't believe you just did it to him,
We should
dude.
build a wall.
Yeah, build a wall for all the losers.
Well,
No, I think the Reddit needs a wall. I think we need to build the
Paywall, Patreon, Reddit, way better, dude.
Honestly, the Patreon
Shane
thing,
keeps on
There's
putting
a page-
naked pictures of chicks up on it, dudes. If you haven't seen it now, there's so many naked original content porn on the Patreon.
What the fuck are you doing?
dude, chill.
Kidding. It's
They
joke.
can't
chill, chill,
subscribe
chill,
to
chill,
it. They
chill.
can't even subscribe to it.
Chill.
There's all
That's
this
actually
OC porn.
illegal, Billy. You're not allowed to do that.
Billy, chill. I'll show you nudes.
No,
Chill,
no,
chill.
I'm talking about all the ones, all the real dudes
Old
on
ones.
Patreon. No. I'm just saying everyone on Patreon, they put up all that like crazy porn, all those crazy stories no one sees on Reddit.
Yeah.
But you'd have to pay for it to read it, so it like it doesn't matter.
Kind of like
So,
not
yeah.
even a thing.
Yeah,
Don't
don't even worry about it.
I didn't know that the Patreon has a little Reddit thing.
Yeah.
I,
It's so
I
crazy.
just found that out. I feel like I felt like a retard when I
Wait,
clicked
there's a
on that.
Patreon Reddit?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it's
I clicked on it and I was
community.
like,
Way better than anything on the
Really?
internet.
Absolute elite dogs only. I mean, that's fucking.
Obviously,
it's the elite dogs.
That's
and
SEAL.
And they're
That's
also
SEAls.
like,
Those are Navy SEAls.
you know,
That's
I
special
saw
ops.
Shane live and he's amazing.
Yeah.
Shit like that. You know?
Also,
PBOs.
shout out to my boys on the Reddit, dude, seeking guidance for mushroom trips. You can't judge a guy tripping on mushrooms writing on
I
Reddit,
can't,
dude.
but dude, just fucking make it a little smoother. Don't throw up when you're typing it.
Yeah, that's
Bills.
Dude, there's some posts that
yeah,
I'll literally be like, is this a Cumtown listener making fun of, like
yeah.
ironically
Oh,
posting,
yeah.
being like,
Wow.
yo, I had BLs
That
and got
Williamsburg
fucked up.
ironicalism.
They would. Dude, this is just straight positive vibes.
Yeah, that's what we're
the
about.
whole
That's what the
cast-
early Reddit was about.
But-
good old fun.
Oh man,
bad
me,
Photoshops.
Dude, remember Frankson? Remember Dairy Queen?
shout
Good
out
days,
Frankson.
Frankson's
dude.
still around.
Yeah,
I know,
hey, you
he's the
talking
man.
head. What up?
But there's still
Hey, you talking head,
Yeah.
Dairy Queen.
There's
Dairy
a-
Queen's the dog, dude.
Good times.
Dairy
Good
Queen's a
times.
great dog.
there's a tendency
we
for people.
nuked them. Got them off Reddit.
There's a tendency. There's for some reason there's people who thrive on like making thingization, where they're like Bud Light, Shane likes Bud Lights. That's a thing now. Meme, and then they just like flock to like a thing.
Okay.
It's like people have to quantify you and then like hype up the like just to like figure out what you are and then just kind of
You
build
can't
a
put
thing
him in
around
a
that.
box.
Yeah, you
Put
can't
Shane in a
put
box?
Shane in
You couldn't fit him in a
I'm
fucking
saying
skyscraper.
It's honestly that would be
Yeah, that was nice.
thingization is the white man's totem pole.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're blowing minds right
You know what
now.
I'm saying? It's like
Thingization's a white man's turn. Dude,
Yeah,
we
it's
need
like-
to unpack that.
Yeah. Let's put a button in that.
Keep rolling. Keep the cast rolling.
I'm
This
telling
thing
you,
We
that's
need
the-
to un-
should
put a-
have. Yeah.
we
By the
need
way,
to unpack
we
that.
should be off the air right now.
Oh, for sure.
We
By
should
the
we
way,
should be
yeah.
done by
I'm
now.
cutting this in half. This will
New
probably
York's
be on
probably
Patreon
on the
or
way
something.
down
You think
here
the
right
rest of
now.
this is on page?
I'll probably cut this in like, I'm gonna
Dude.
put. There's gonna
But
be.
I mean, dude, your guys listeners
We're at 2
have
hours.
never
We're
had
doing
a
an hour, an
Jones. You said never had a Jones level cast, like a
3 hour.
4
We
hour
hit like
war
2.5.
room.
That's it. We should do a 4 hour.
Dude,
war
it ain't
room.
no problem for me and Bill, dude.
Yeah.
We still got 50 minutes.
Yeah,
All right.
we got 50
That
minutes.
ain't
Let's
nothing.
roll.
That's
you
fucking
tried to
nothing.
stop our last fucking cast 3 separate times, and it went
Which
on
one?
30 minutes every time.
Sometimes my
On
ear
the last
gets,
one, it was just like, all right, let's wrap this up, and then it's like
Oh,
40 more
yeah,
minutes.
40
All right,
more
let's wrap this
during
up.
the day, my
Yeah.
ear gets hot. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I pop my ear off. I look at my phone. 42 minutes. Bill's been talking to me, dude, nonstop.
Yeah, Bill's
Really?
Bill will rip. He's a little nervous on the cast.
You know what? That's what I'm gonna. That's what
Bill
I'm
is so good to talk to.
Bill
I'll
will
call
rip,
Bill.
dude.
Unbelievable.
It's
dude.
so not.
He's
dude,
quiet. He
Dude,
seems
fucking
quiet,
right.
dude.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not even
so
quiet. I'm so
quiet.
outgoing.
I'm gonna-
so
let's-
loving, so caring.
Well, we got to talk about Bill topics though to get
That's what
him
I'm saying.
going.
I'm gonna
Hold on,
switch
guys.
gears.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
hold on.
Please.
I will say this. I think Bill might be the George Washington of the cast.
Life force.
Whoa.
I think I'm more of a Ben Franklin type.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of an
So
outgoing
wise.
womanizer, fat retard, kind of ugly.
Which founding father are you?
Spud?
Obviously John Adams, dude.
You're Jefferson.
Oh God!
Wow,
damn, I knew
very easily.
That's
You're
crazy, yeah.
big time
You're
Thomas
Jefferson.
Jeff.
I'm definitely John Adams, man.
Yeah, clearly. Wow, we actually have the
Yeah,
exact.
we
might
are
be
the founding fathers, dude.
That's
Fuck,
pretty
dude.
weird. That's
Yeah.
pretty weird.
Wow, when you think about it that way, holy shit.
It's crazy.
I mean, there is a new America forming.
Were those our descendants?
I'm all like going
Could've
over to
been.
France, being like, Shane, show what the
Origins unknown.
Wow.
Origins
Damn,
unknown, dude.
Fuck, man.
John
Get off
Adams
your
was
phone.
the man, dude.
Get off your
John Q. Adams.
What's that? I want to, dude.
Get off
I'm
your phone.
Hold on. Let's
I'm going on my phone.
Let's take a break.
let's take a break.
Quick break.
Let's take a pic.
Wow. I mean, that's 2 hours. Might be enough for you. Might say, you know what, Matt? I'm cool on this. I'm going to keep enjoying the just the truckloads of free content. And that's fine. That's why we put it out there. If you want to listen to the last 40 minutes, it's on Patreon. The link is in the episode description. So if you want to listen to the last 40 minutes and I don't know, hours of other content, you can literally pay $1. It is recurring every month. You can pay and cancel if you want. Don't care. You can scam the Patreon system. Don't care. But if you want to listen to the last 40 minutes, it's on Patreon. And if you don't, whatevs.